Let's see who shows up here. My guess is not many, but we'll see. Starting late. Starting real fucking late. Decided to migrate here from normal stream platform of Instagram. You're welcome, CaptainCapitalism.blogspot.com. You're welcome. Watch, I ended up having to deal with the same fucking thing I had to deal with. What was it, the last Wednesday? Where I wasn't able to actually post a fucking streamer through the through this. Let's see what happens. All right. An error occurred. Oh, yeah, because hey, reasons. Fucking reasons. I can't post comments while I'm live streaming anymore. Maybe I need a new browser. I'm getting used to that. I'm getting used to having shit go wrong and having to find other options. I really am. I'm getting really used to, having things that, having services, having companies, having websites, having apps where they worked previously, but for whatever reason, they don't want to fucking work anymore. And tell them to go fuck off and find something different. I'm getting real fucking used to that. I'm getting real used to finding fucking workarounds. I really am. Often coinciding with telling the old guard to go fuck themselves. See, I just tried to post a goddamn StreamYard link through here. It didn't want to work. You know what? That's fine. I will find something else. That's exactly what I'm going to do right now. At least I hope I can. Let's see. Had to do this a few days ago. There we go. We're live. Let's see. Invite a guest. Copy to the clipboard. Go back to my own fucking live stream. I gotta see why Matthew Hoover is CRS Firearms. See why he does this. He'll be broadcast on a device like what you're looking at right now, but then he'll be looking at a different one to look at the comments. I see why now. Maybe he's run across that same thing. Maybe. There we go. Now it's up. Fuck's sakes. I'm gonna find all these fucking workarounds. I mean, it really shouldn't be that fucking difficult. It really shouldn't be. I should be able to do what I did just now. What I've been doing for the last few months. Go to StreamYard, which is totally fucking fine. It's not okay. Maybe this is a problem with StreamYard. Maybe I do need to bring this up with them. I don't know. But otherwise, go to StreamYard. Make the podcast. Title it. Schedule for later if we need to. Just go straight on with it. Bam. Connect the microphone. Connect the headphones. Actually get dressed for it. Have your booze and everything else ready. And then bam. There you go. You're good. You're talking to the microphone to whoever the fuck is listening on the other end. For a reason, life just makes this shit real fucking difficult for whatever fucking reason. I don't know why. Gives me an idea, actually, because tomorrow, as I have the phone oriented right now, it's vertical, as you can see. So, literally only a third of the screen is visible. I've had other people say that they want me to stand in for, some of their shows when they can't do them. I get the feeling that's not really going to fly. going to be going on a slightly more professional program. Let's just put it that way. So let's just say I'll do a little bit more of experimenting tomorrow. Let me make sure that I could drop that out for a minute. I don't need to read the comments live because they're not coming in live. And before I fucking message Bull Rush, show you this from Meat and Health. Go follow his channel. Silicone testicles for all those who are wearing masks. That's the first thing I saw. Oh, that's fucking fantastic. I'm sending that out. Oh, that's great. Meaning giving up your real testicles, why not? Alright. Let me find Bull Rush and oh, here he is. Lazarus Razor. I looked him up recently. He's only got 59 followers. You should have more. Oh, Shauna follows him. Keep forgetting how she knows all of us. She's a potential that lives down in Florida, last I checked. Huh, I sent her a picture. I sent him a picture of A-Dub apparently at some point. There we go. I don't know. Bush, you're listening. I sent you the stream mirror to your Instagram. What the fuck is this shit? Okay, I gotta check this out. He must be in bed already. Who the fuck is messaging me? That is okay. No, he must be bed already. You don't know who the hell I am. That's obvious. Must be some chick off of the website or off of one of the dating profiles or something. All right, there he is. Christ Almighty. Well, I didn't think I'd be doing this until next week, but here we are. How's it going?
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh, I'm on YouTube now because I don't know. Apparently, hey, I didn't know that. I didn't know if you were on PC. I mean, I don't know how much. I do know just using the browsers, which is the closest emulation you would have using Instagram on a laptop or a desktop or whatever. That's about the closest you're going to get. I didn't know you can only really upload one picture at a time, which is if you look at any of the other alternate Instagram profiles I have, in case the other one gets nuked, then there's my backup. Delete the Instagram app, maybe find a VPN or something just in case, and then go back on. All that kind of fun shit you have to do in the background when you do shit that I do. I didn't know you couldn't go live if you were on a PC though. That's interesting. Literally just learned that tonight.
No, when you use Instagram through PC, it loses a lot of its functionality. About the only thing you can really do is you can look at posts on your line and react to them. And that's about it.
That sounds about what you can do through the browsers on there. So okay, so it's not far off. Good to know. Oh, it's a Friday night. I'm used to doing this shit, and again, I'm not in Texas, so there's no bar to go to. So I'm here. Smoking an old cigar because I didn't have time to go to the smoke shop. I should be able to tomorrow. I wasn't able to go today. You want to know why I wasn't able to go to the smoke shop today?
Why?
Because to go to the smoke shop that I wanted to today, not only to replenish the cigars I had kind of in the vault that I smoked last week, to replace those, and then get a couple other ones that I want to actually put in there. It was going to be even longer than just going to Seattle for work. It was going to be that much longer because there was like 500 fucking accidents on the goddamn freeways. It was like, it was ridiculous today. Hey, are we getting back to normal here, I guess? Well, this is the kind of normal what I would have been happy not to have to fucking deal with. I'm just saying. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Tomorrow shouldn't be as bad, though. It shouldn't be. If there is, I'll send pictures. I'll actually take pictures like from somewhere else aside from where I am, so you know, Antifa doesn't come to my house and I have to cut them down. And I'll send pictures of what the hell I would have had to deal with. Maybe I'll do that. Who knows? Maybe my next day in post. So I've gotten a lot better at last post I had. I actually got quite a bit of traction. So my research has paid off. What are you up to that you're on the PC, man? Just out of curiosity. Or well, you're normally on that actually, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm not on my phone that much, man. Like I'm not part of that generation. Like, because I grew up most of my most of my developing years, we didn't have fucking smartphones. Hell, we didn't have cell phones, much less smartphones. So, like, I'm not part of that generation. Like, I'm still a millennial technically, but I'm in that bracket of millennials that grew up largely without a lot of like cell phone technology and stuff. Hell, even like PC technology or like pre-internet, basically. Yeah, we had computers and stuff. We just didn't have the internet until much later.
Well, same here. I was actually thinking about that this week. You know what TJ Martinell is, right?
Yeah.
He's written a book series, which I'm about 2/3 of the way through the third series, which is it's basically a prequel to the first two. It's his version of what was it like Seattle? What Seattle's going to be like within 20, 30 years or so, which it involves an earthquake, and I kind of want to see if that's going to happen, to be honest. But like how information is going to get spread, and it's basically a lot of the shit that's happening now is some of the shit that he's written about, which I wasn't even sure I was going to believe, but now I'm reading, I'm like, holy shit, he is so goddamn close to the market. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
But it's a real entertaining book, but you know what? Kind of the same thing. It got me thinking to what I kind of grew up in. Mean, did you ever have what was the fucking operating system? The old computer systems, MS-DOS. That's what it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had when I was in school, I took a couple coding classes, and that was the operating system that we used was MS-DOS.
Huh. Nice. Shit, they actually taught that. That's crazy. Didn't get that where I was.
What? I mean, I don't know what else. That was the most ubiquitous coding system that they had at the time.
Hell, I think that had to have been before Windows 95 came out, or wherever the hell came out before then. Because I was really a kid when I was still at God, what was it? The house that was in South Central that my grandparents owned. It was their second house that my mom rented from them.
Yeah, I think
That's where I got
that was
introduced to
about
that.
95. Yeah, I think that was about 95, 94, 95 whenever I took the, because it was, I think it was junior high that we had those, I took those coding classes. That's where I found out that I fucking hate coding. I do. I'm just like a couple of my friends were going to took it, and I was like, they're like, why don't you take coding? I'm like, I don't know, bro. It's not really
Because I did it.
They're like, yeah, basically, I was peer pressured by my nerd friends to take it, and then after that year, I was like, I don't want to fucking code anymore.
Well, there's a reason you get paid for it. There was a reason that was a meme about a year or so ago before that got up.
It's not that I was bad at it. It was just that it sucked. It was monotonous work, and I fucking hated it.
Well, I've never really coded, but I mean that I can kind of figure that. Yeah, it's. I mean, again, you're paid to do that. There's the reason it's called work. You know. So I totally understand.
There's other stuff I was good at that I'd rather get paid to do. Like, I don't know, fucking anything else. Because I was used to doing like outside work and shit, you know.
Same. I was actually thinking about that. I was thinking about that earlier tonight.
Yeah, it was just I didn't like it because it was just monotonous type of work to me, and because it was like when you code, it's like you're basically doing the same shit over and over again, just slightly different. And then and the other thing too is like if you write a program and you fuck it up, it comes out fucked up at the end. You have to go back through everything all over.
You got to do it all over again.
Well, you don't have to do it all over. You have to find where you screwed up. But yeah, I mean, you have to go back to the command lines to figure out what you did wrong. And I was just like, dude.
Oh, command. Yeah. Okay. I remember that shit. I actually did take classes as far as that. I think it was part of it. I think was in Sorry Elementary. My elementary school was woefully. I won't say it was woefully underfunded because they did actually have some decent funds, but there wasn't anybody really there to teach it. So I had like a few classes that dealt with that. I had some computers classes with that, but I do remember that the C :// do this, add in
because like the thing is like
that kind of stuff.
Like I had friends they're perfectly fine with coding and stuff like that, and that was like their thing, and they liked it, and they were good at it, but like you put them in a shop class, and they didn't know what they were doing, and they didn't like it. Like shop class is more my speed. I never took shop class in school though, because
you do shit in the real world. That's different than just type on a screen.
The reason I figured out that they were doing shop class was because they needed help on their projects, and they would come over to my house, and I would basically build it for them because I had all the tools and shit.
No shit. Now you're doing all the work.
Nah, I mean, I didn't care because I enjoyed doing it. See, that's the difference though. Like they would have that shit, and then I'd be like, if I had like any tech related stuff, I'd fucking pawn it off on them. Be like, dude, like do that for me because it'd be faster. You know.
Hey, when we talk about like shit hits the fan, without rule of law.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's gonna come and take everything via guns because the only way we can trade is like shooting each other with AR-15s and shit. Like you guys, you and Joe Dolio, you had a chat on you hosted Let Them Burn on your channel. By the way, if you could put that in the comment section, so anyone else who listens to this can do that.
I don't know how to do that, dude. See,
God damn it.
You're not paying attention. I don't know how to do shit like that.
God damn it! All right, I got it.
All right, you get some fucking nerd figured out for you. Let me know. See, I'm telling you.
I'll be the token nerd here, even though I suck at being a nerd. I'll do that. Damn, there's a bunch of chicks up at night tonight. I'm getting several fucking messages. Jesus Christ!
It's Friday night. What do you expect?
I expect them to be fucking somebody else, not messaging me. Although I don't I'm not disagreeing with that. Maybe they are still looking for somebody at 1 o'clock in the morning here on the fucking West Coast. Oh God, hang on.
It's kind of scary if they are.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary if you think about it.
Care to elaborate on that?
Yeah, because think about it. If you think about logically, how is it that a girl can be by herself alone on a Friday night? Huh? Think about
Past Bauer hours.
Yeah. Yeah. She's not even the last call girl at a bar.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't get a good look at who it was. I think it was just someone like I was messaging somebody else and then see a few profiles I want to kind of message them because for whatever reason they're fucking up awake. And it's like, hey,
well,
you look like fun. What are you up to these days? And that's pretty much what I do.
Well, you always have to question a girl anyway who has to use dating sites to get dates and stuff and to find guys because. Dude, it's not that hard to go out for a girl to go out there into the real world and like find a guy.
Well, they have to have the courage to do that in the first place.
No, they don't.
I mean, there's a whole thing,
all they have to do is just go. All they have to do is show up, bro. What are you talking about?
No, I get what you're saying. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, what do you mean it's hard? Just fucking put on some makeup, wear something nice, and fucking show up.
They don't have to do that. All they have to do is show up. The problem is them actually taking it because they're taking a risk to do that.
They're gonna put on their war paint because they're having to compete with other girls in that space. So yeah, they're gonna. There's still that intersexual competition with the girls and their girlfriends that they have to put up with. So it's not completely a hole in one, but it's not a complete layup, but it's pretty damn.
No, it's at least a hole in two because remember they have three. Just saying.
But it's easy for them, dude.
All right. Well, there you go. I'll put your YouTube thing in there. There you go. Here, I'm your token nerd today. Everybody go check that out and go check out the chat that Bull Rush had with Joe Dolio. Nick was there for a minute and he boomered out. I think he was sick or something.
We both did. That. They both did.
Yeah, and then Rob was there, but I don't know. Rob has been failing at the Rob says part of Rob says. He just hasn't had a lot to say. And I don't blame him. From what he said, he's like, I've already said it, and I've held that opinion for pretty much a long time. It's worth it to repeat certain things, because sometimes like especially this channel is actually growing different people. Oh my God, this channel is actually fucking growing instead of getting deleted. Believe it or not. But we'll have new people come in. Maybe they haven't heard what I've said, or you said, or Rob said, or Jack Napier said, or Chad or Nick or whoever else shows up. So sometimes it's worth repeating some things. But I totally understand where Rob is coming from. Is that I've already said it. Go back and look, and I totally get it. That's why I take the time to write out what I write out because I don't want to have to say it again. Hey, are we going through a zombie apocalypse? Yeah, I wrote about that. Go fucking read that there. Is veganism a religion? Yes, I wrote about that. Go read there.
Well, Rob's always said, he said that much to me over a year ago whenever I went to visit him up in Utah. We were talking about that stuff. He was just, he was just saying, there's going to come a point in time where I'm just not going to be in that space anymore because that's all I'll have to say. And that'll be it.
Right. No,
and I was like, that's fair. Can't
totally get it. Why do you want to repeat the same thing over and over and over again? That was the last show we did on here, actually. It was this past Saturday. What was it was just me finding a white screen and say, hey, let's talk about Air 15s, the girls, and whatever the fuck it was, a million fucking times again, I totally get it.
Rob's not completely gone. He's just moved on to other subject matter. Stuff that interests him, which is completely fine, man. Because that's what, dude, you want a fucking a paradigm of MGTOW? That's an example of it. That's an example of it.
Yeah,
Robert's out. He's out MGTOWing the MGTOWs. He's just like, I'm done. I'm moving on. That's it.
Well, wasn't that the whole definition of MGTOW?
Yeah, it pretty much is. Like, pretty much, like the MGTOW thing. Kind of, it's weird to me because it's like guys going. It's like the acronym of men going their own way, but like they don't do what they're saying they're going to do. You know, what I'm saying? Or they make it. And the thing is, they say they're doing it, but they make a show of it. Whereas, and this is what I don't get is like pretty much all guys are like, a lot of guys are MGTOW. You're MGTOW. I'm MGTOW, technically.
But we don't need to talk about it.
We do what we want.
We just do it.
Yeah, we just go and do it. And I don't know. I mean, it's just like, why do you need to? It's like red pill stuff, dude. It's like, why do you need to say you're red pilled? You know, why do you need to put that shit in your fucking Twitter handle and shit and on your YouTube channel?
Well, I'm sure I explained it to you, and I know, Blow Rush, you are not a dumb person, not anywhere close to it. Neither am I, believe it or not. I know that's questionable at some points, but hey, you know, I sometimes have my smart moments. Would you like me to explain it to you? Not really explain it to you, but to explain it to other people. The people in the back here may not have heard it before. And Shred Wizard, yes, I always know you're on the toilet.
Tard, explain it to me, will you? Because I can't. I mean, no, I don't assume most people are dumb or anything.
No,
I've seen dumb people. Like, I know what dumb people are. You know, like fucking mentally retarded.
They don't tune in here. If they tune in here, or if they tune into you, or they tune into Rob Says, or Jack, or Masking You, whatever, they either quickly tune out or they get fucking silence. That's what happens.
Yeah. And I don't think those people are even dumb. They're just not socially calibrated for shit, you know. And that could also be an issue with high intelligent people. They're just not. They just don't they don't pick up on social cues. Like, I had friends like that when I was in high school. Like, the computer, not the stereotype, but you know, I had friends who were like technically savvy, you know, computer nerds, and they didn't know shit about girls. But then there were guys I knew on the football team they're just totally oblivious to girls, like they didn't understand. So I had buddies on both sides, but you know,
well, that's a whole different case entirely,
right? But eventually you grow out of that with experience and stuff. But some of these guys, I don't know, they're like in their 20s and 30s, and they're acting like fucking idiots. They're socially they're not socially calibrated, you know. Even around other guys,
they have to actually grow through that. They have to get the experience that you're talking about.
Yeah.
As far as the MGTOW thing goes, I guess to put it in kind of simple terms, I mean, and Rob has said it best, and so have other people, you know. The whole MGTOW thing, you know, the red pill thing, and other things that people, it's supposed to be a direction, it's supposed to be a waypoint for you to figure things out, to kind of come, you know. Here's the best way I can put it. It's like a library. You're lost. Why do you go to a library? To go read books. Why do you go read books? Because you want to learn something, and there's a reason that you want to go to learn something.
Oh, I thought I was going to bang the librarian. I didn't even know that.
Well, that's a side quest. Assuming that the librarian is hot, you know, they can get the dick up, you know, as you have said. And sorry, Clary, I just got this channel nuked for saying the D word. Anyways, but you go there to learn something, and you have the desire to go there to learn something. So maybe you find exactly what you're looking for, and that's good. Maybe you find something else, you learn something else completely different that you weren't thinking to learn. But the point is to go there to learn. You don't go there to live in a library. You go there to learn what you need to learn. You get the books you need, And in these days, the ebooks and the audibles, and you go to libraries these days to go on the internet, and alongside the people who are the kids who are there playing Minecraft. Ask me how I know. You go there to do other things, but you're there to learn things. And then what do you do once you learn things? You go out and you apply it in the real world. You apply it in the field. That's the whole point of learning something. And so people like me, I'll go ahead and throw myself in there for the sake of conversation. People like you, people like Rob and Jack and Vince and Nick and everyone else. We go ahead and do that, even if we have, assuming that any of us had to do that anyways. Maybe we learn in other ways, but we just learn in the field itself. Yeah. I've done it. I'm sure you've done it.
Well, that's the thing, though. Like with me, I didn't see a lot of guys. They come to the red pill by way of trauma, like something that bad happened inside their life, and then that's how they find. I didn't get there that way. I kind of like stumbled upon it by accident. So like I read The Rational Male and I was just like, huh, that's why them bitches acted like that. I knew it.
Right.
To me, it was more like that was more of a confirmation of like confirming what I had always been thinking and stuff. So it was now
that's a mark of somebody who learned in the field, and all you did just reading the Mash Rel. It just pretty much told you it confirmed, like you said, it confirmed what you believed already. So yeah, and then what you do afterwards,
And then the thing is, it's like, well, at least I'm not crazy now, because sometimes I'd bring up certain subjects with my buddies, and they're like, "Fuck you talking about?" And they didn't see it. They didn't see it. Like I could see it. I could see it with their relationships. Like I'd ask them, like, "Dude, why are you acting like a little bitch around her?" Or like, "Why is she talking to you like that?" Because I didn't grow up like that.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, and I see my friends. I see their fucking girlfriends like bitching them out and shit like that, and yelling at them, and degrading them, like even in public. And I'm like, dude, I'll pull him aside. I'll be like, why are you letting her talk to you like that? He's like, oh, she gets like
happy wife, happy life, something like that. Going on.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I mean, they're like afraid to make them mad. I'm like, but they're a fucking girl. Who cares? She's gonna like Hulk out, rip her head off. I mean, what is she gonna do? She's a fucking little girl, dude.
That is one thing. Now, I have made a lot of mistakes as far as that goes, and you have rightfully admonished me on some of these. There were past mistakes that I made. I figured out before, and I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm glad I went ahead and did it anyways. But hey, in the end, you were right for that. You were right to admonish me on that. No goddamn problem. No hard feelings. But that is one thing I have never done.
I don't do it to make fun of
you.
I do it because I don't want.
I totally get it. No, I totally get it. No, I'm sorry. You were right to say what you had to say. On top of being totally right. That whole thing, what you just described, you're getting chewed out in public by your girl in front of other people. That is something I've never done. Hey, I'll tell you what. You just reminded me of this. There was one of the trips I think I took him back.
I've had to admonish my mother before.
And really, I had a story to tell, but I'm willing to sit back and listen to this.
Yeah, I've had to tell mom a couple of times before. Like, look, don't say that shit in front of me or my wife or my kid. Okay, I've told her I'm a grown ass man, so I
haven't had to do that to my mom yet, but it's come close.
Don't be making those goofy ass remarks and shit. Yeah,
just tell my story real quick. It was like, what was it? We were staying at my old mom's house, or my old place where I used to live. I was there for other reasons. I was helping somebody else move down to the LA area. My grandma, she was basically on her last legs. It was the last time I got to see her. Hot Russian X was there with me. She was basically almost catatonic when I got to see her the last time. That was one of the reasons I was down there. But we were sitting around, I think it was lunchtime. We were sitting in the back patio. And me and Hot Russian ended up in this whole fucking arm. So she was trying to talk shit to me. Like, she was doing the same thing that you were saying to other people, like what women would do to other people. But I was not taking that shit like down. I was fighting right the fuck back. It was like, yeah, well, you haven't had to deal with this. Well, fuck you. I've grown up here. I've had to deal with this shit. And by the way, I'm a fucking guy, so I don't get any goddamn passes if I was that shit. And like, we were literally having a fucking scream match. But by the way, like 10 minutes later, we were totally fucking fine later. Totally over conversation. But like, no,
Yeah.
like, if you're gonna fucking do that to me, I'm shooting right the fuck back.
Well, I mean, like,
you don't get any goddamn passes because you're a woman, let alone my goddamn woman. If you're my goddamn woman, you better be able to take those goddamn shots from me. Because guess what? At some point, we might end up in a situation where someone's actually taking little shots from us, and I want you to be able to fucking handle that.
Yeah.
That was just my mindset back then. Now, I probably wouldn't even acknowledge that shit even anymore at this point, but that's where I was even back then.
Well, with the couple of times that happened with my mom, I didn't lose my shit or anything. I just took her aside and said, "Look, you continue to say that kind of stuff. I'm not going to come around here anymore."
No, it wasn't with my mom. It was with my ex.
Oh yeah, but
no,
yeah,
it was with her, literally in front of my own damn. Well, my mom, I think she was. Well, I think she was somewhere else too, and she probably would have given me shit, and that would have been real fucking interesting.
Yeah.
It was in front of her husband, but. But no, I'm not taking that shit. You're not fucking admonishing me in goddamn public. And she very well fucking knew that. Like, if she was going to try some shit, like if I did something that she thought was wrong, it was like she was going to at least take me to the side or do something else. She wasn't going to do it in public.
Well, the thing is, it's like, I don't know. If I had a girlfriend that did that to me in public, that we would be done. Like, at that very moment, that's one and out. Like, you don't talk to me or disrespect me in public like that.
I wonder why Shred Wizard's comments aren't showing up in the chat here. By the way, maybe we need to. Sorry, I'm looking at things in the background.
I'm reading his comment here about Disney's internal.
No, I'm not seeing it. I'm looking at the stream.
Oh.
On a different device, and for whatever reason, it's showing up here, but it's not showing up on this. I don't know why. Yeah, it is. Everything's. Huh?
Well, I'm just reading his comment here about Disney's internal doc leak about white replacement. I haven't heard it.
It's Disney. But
it's Disney.
What more do you need to know?
I don't care. I don't watch Disney movies. I don't fucking consume their products or anything.
Look what they did to fucking Star Wars, man.
I really don't.
That tells you all. That should tell you all you need to know.
I just really don't care. Fuck them. Let them burn.
Exactly. Hey, a show that that may have that title or something around here?
Yeah, I think I heard of a show.
I'm asking for a friend.
So on Thursday nights, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern.
And 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for people who know about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Math is hard.
Just saying for a friend that may or may not live in that area. That's pretty much all abandoned to anyone who's on YouTube. Everyone has to be on the East Coast or Central Time or whatever. You're in Central Time, right? I think. Yeah, Texas Central Time.
Well, we have two time zones in Texas.
Texas. Okay, yeah, Texas is big enough for that. So is El Paso Mountain Time or something?
Yeah, I think they're Mountain Time.
All right. You know, I drove through that state twice, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah. The first time, it was the contractors I was working with. We were installing FiOS up in La Puente and somewhere in like the not the mountain areas, but kind of the high valley or whatever, which is the total opposite of mountains. Come to think about it.
I'm reading his comment. White genocide is always a tough office. Yeah, a little bit. I mean,
Yes.
I don't even know how you broach that subject anyway. How would you even open?
Especially when everybody who's talking around that talking in support of that damn concept around the water cooler also happens to be your skin color.
Yeah.
And then I walk up and say, "Hey, maybe that's not a good idea." And then, "Hey, did it just get dark in here, or did it get light in here? I'm not sure."
That's what I would say. I was like, "Did it just get dark in here?"
Yeah, that's literally. It'd be literally. Did it just get dark in here?
Yeah.
Because now you're talking about this. Like, really? It's crazy to hear
that. Or I would just agree and amplify. I'm like, you know what? You're right. It's too fucking bright in this motherfucker anyway.
If you're down with the brown, go to Colombia. I hear it's pretty good there. Actually, no, don't go to Colombia. Go to Venezuela. I actually want to go to Colombia myself. I hear the women are pretty fucking cool down there.
Venezuela?
Just saying.
No, dude. Venezuela's a shithole now.
No, I'm telling them to go down there. I'm going to Colombia.
Oh. There you go.
That's where they're sending a lot of their women to. That's where a lot of those Venezuelan women are going down there to. Let's just say, what do you call it? To apply their trade. Let's put it that way.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying. Oh, that may be why it's not happening because I hit the play button. I hit the pause button. Let me see. All right, it's live here again. Why the fuck is it? Why is Striker? Why is his comments not popping up? I don't know why. Whatever.
I don't know.
Maybe that's the reason. There's a reason right there. He's from he's a listener to Dark Light Dugan's channel, by the way.
Who what?
Dark Light Dugan. I talked about him before, right?
Yeah.
We got to get Nick August or Rob Says or somebody on there so they can get familiar with him. That'd be pretty awesome. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I just I remember him now. Yeah. I was asking about it. They had this past Thursday we were talking with Joe about women in politics. He didn't want to say it. He didn't want to agree with me online while we're streaming, but
no, he pretty much did, but
I was like,
he tries to be neutral as far as that goes. I totally understand.
I'm fine with that. That's why I told him, like, I know you want to stay neutral. I'll take the
say it.
For you. I'll take the shot. I'll say the quiet part out loud, you motherfuckers. Come on at me. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I think I've earned I think I've earned the right to state my opinions.
Hey, you deal with the real world long enough. I mean, you stop giving a shit about the pleasantries. Let's just say that.
You do, and I mean, it's really the cool part is it's like I kind of had a don't give a shit attitude for a while, but it really went into overdrive once I hit about 34, 35 years old, man. Because I don't know about that, and I've talked to other people about that, and other guys, and they're kind of like, yeah, that's about the time it's hit for them too. And it's a wonderful thing. It's just like you just don't give a fuck about people. No, like
it's not that you don't give a fuck about them, because sometimes you do. It's just you don't give a fuck about how what you're going to say is going to really affect their emotions, because ultimately it doesn't matter about their emotions. It matters about whether it's the right thing to say or not.
Yeah, and it's just that the other thing
and how they take it.
Yeah,
because ultimately it's not up to you what their emotions are or how they take it.
Exactly. That's the other thing. It's like
you don't. That's up to them.
Like, you don't care. Well, it's just you understand, and like you actually, well, not just come to understand, but you understand and embody the fact that no matter what you're going to say, someone somewhere is going to take offense to it. But the thing about it is like you can choose to take offense at something or not. That's totally on the individual. And
you would hope so.
No, it is. It's like it's if you take offense at something that someone says, I mean that's on you. You know.
No, you're right, but that only applies to people who actually take agency for their actions. It's the ones that don't you have to worry about.
Correct. Yeah.
Because they, whether they choose to or not, ultimately they can't or won't. They'll ultimately they'll instinctively get angry at something that you're saying. Yeah. You know, and a lot of times they won't even know why. It's just programmed into them.
Yeah.
Therein is the problem.
Yeah, and then they don't.
That you can't help.
And then they don't question themselves like, why am I taking offense to this? Like, what's going on? Like, if someone says something, I take offense to it, which is very rarely. I'll just be like, why the hell did that piss me off? You know,
it's right. I was going to ask. You would ask why.
Why does it piss me off? You know, and a lot of times, if people would just like take a second to ask themselves that and be a little introspective, they would see how silly that shit is. So.
You still there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I heard you cut out for a second. No, hell, I'll give you an example. Something to piss me off. How'd your Cinco de Mayo go? So I guess since I titled it this, I guess I'll talk about it.
I don't give a shit about Cinco de Mayo, man. I really don't. Like, it's not an American holiday. Why the fuck are we worried about it? I mean, you can celebrate anything you want. I don't care. It's just, I don't know.
Hey, I celebrate it for the reasons other Americans celebrate it. Maybe it could take some chick home that's drink something that was made with tequila and green, or am I mixing up holidays here? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like it's kind of like St. Patrick's Day to me. It's like, yeah, it's a holiday. I mean, it's not like it's something I'm going to mark on my calendar and count the days up till, you know. I'm like, it's fucking Cinco de Mayo. Who cares?
Hey, dude, if it's Cinco de Mayo on a Saturday, I'm happy. You know, well, this is pre retardemic time, so that's a totally different matter.
It's kinda, like as far as the functions, I mean, as far as like the functionality of it, yeah, it's going to mean like there's going to be more girls out there partying and stuff, but
more targets on the field, man. What can I say?
Yeah,
that's how I celebrate it.
Yeah. Well, it's like the same thing. I was talking to these dudes on the MGTOW channel, and they're like,
"I'll be right back. I'm gonna go take a real pistol." But go ahead, I can hear you.
They're like, "What do you think about astrology?" And I'm just like, "I don't believe in it." They're like, "You don't believe in the signs?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "That's I'll do it insofar as like if I'm out and being social." And some girl brings it up, yeah, I'll play along with it and have fun with it just to be social. But like, do I believe that shit? No. The fuck are you talking about? So they can, I mean, I'm not sitting there with a fucking Ouija board and fucking power crystals and shit trying to suntan my asshole with them. I don't think they have healing powers and shit. That's just girl voodoo, you know.
No, it's probably a good thing I moved to the YouTube channel instead of this, because I'm pretty sure Ada would have heard this, and she does take a little bit of claim into the astrology thing, and it's pretty much the same thing, the same take as what you're talking about. So, you know what? I want to know, and actually, yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with knowing enough to kind of navigate that at least a little bit, know a little bit about it. Okay, yeah, okay. Hey, I'm a Leo, so I'm the strongest fire sign, and she's an earth sign, all this stuff, and water signs, earth signs, and some of the things. And I actually did try to learn this with the one chick that completely. She was the catalyst for me being basically who I am now. Because she staked a lot of that, and I learned a lot about it, and that's fine. It's good to know, kind of in extra parlance, I guess. Know enough. Not even know if it'd be dangerous, because what are you going to do with astrology? You're not going to fucking take it to a battlefield or anything,
Well, I've dated girls that,
but know enough to be
Wiccan.
conversational about it.
I've dated Wiccan girls and stuff before, and I mean, I didn't play into that shit, even though they were fucking like they were serious with it, and yeah, I didn't play into it. I was just like, that's nice, dear. When are you going to get naked?
Exactly. Well, you use it as a tool to that, and that's ultimately what I'm like, okay, use it to that end. But as far as believing in for yourself, something else. And Shred he said it perfectly just here. I don't know if you could see it. That's exactly what I was thinking. Dude, the whole fucking the 4th of July, another holiday. I mean, that's an out American holiday. It's one that definitely should be celebrating all that other stuff, and it was. But I was thinking the whole thing. 4th of July, Saturday night. I'm getting off early. It's a full fucking moon. I'm literally a block away from the fucking bar. And then guess what? Wedding! Yeah, let's close the fucking bars at midnight.
Yeah.
Like, that fucking sucked. I was so happy for that, too. Especially how the other 4th of July fucking went, or the last Halloween. That's another one, by the way. Yes. So Saturday or on Thursday, whatever, taking this night off. We're going to have fun. The chicks running around in slutty costumes and ready to make bad decisions they're going to be regretting in the morning when they're walking home or driving home or getting an Uber or whatever. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
But I mean, I'll play around. I don't believe in it.
Ah, and that's okay. It's nice to have a good working knowledge. You don't have to believe in to play along with it. It's really what it is. That's fine. Is everything connected here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Are you cutting the mic on and off or something? Because I can kind of hear you working something in the background. And
yeah, I'm talking to somebody.
Sound.
Talking to somebody.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Fucking dogs working in here and shit.
Still trying to figure what the hell I'm looking at. I thought it was like you looking down or something, but it's got to be some avatar or something. Well, that's fine.
No,
whatever.
I had a buddy of mine. He had his shit went out, so he had to use my washer and dryer and stuff.
Oh,
to wash his clothes. And then he was over here because he had like a shitload of them. He brought in like a couple totes of them, and because he was gonna go to a laundromat, and I'm just like, dude, no, don't do that shit. Fucking come over here, and I got a perfectly good washer and dryer. Just come over and use it. And then he was like, can I take a shower? I'm like, yeah, you can take a shower, you fuckwad. I don't care. Fucking, there's 2 of them up there. Pick one.
You're a very altruistic asshole. I could say that.
Well, I fucked your sister a couple times. I guess I owe him something.
Yeah, that was her decision, but I get what you mean. Hey, she's the one that took the loads, not him. No pun intended.
No, I've known him for a long time. He's essentially a brother. So,
damn, it'd be nice to have those around these days. I don't have anybody that I knew from way back when around anymore. I don't even have the people I knew up here when I first moved in. I mean, I can still kind of contact him. Even my own fucking brother. He moved on. He went and got married. He's got a couple kids now. And all
he's the type of friend that if I were to call in the middle of the night and tell him I had a body to get rid of, he'd show up with a shovel.
Damn.
Yeah.
Now that's a good friend to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You need to have one or two of those type of people in your life.
Yeah, and have them local too.
So
Kind of hard to hide a body if they're I don't know,
it's just a lot of work.
a few states away. Just saying. I'm asking for a friend here.
Yeah, I don't think distance would really would deter him either. It wouldn't deter me because he called me at like 3 o'clock in the morning at a jail 3 states away. I'd be like, I'm on my way.
Hey,
with a shovel.
With the shovel, he will actually come with a shovel too. He comes with the tools of the trade.
Yeah, have gun. We'll travel.
And a few charges of thermite probably too, but that's off the books. I can't confirm or deny that. Just saying. My Cinco de Mayo fucking sucked this week, or this week rather, or this year. How the hell are we counting that? That's a yearly event, so this year, I guess.
When was Cinco de Mayo?
It was this Wednesday.
It's the middle of the damn week. Who cares?
Yeah, and that was pretty much the sentiment on the ground here as well, as far as I could tell.
It's gay. Who gives a shit?
Yeah. I mean, I did the show say, hey, I got over 100 people that are subscribed to this channel. That's kind of cool. It's nice. And then just talked about whatever the fuck I wanted to talk about.
Oh, I replied to your comment on Twitter too.
I haven't been able to look on Twitter. You send me a DM or something. I can't look at it because I'm literally the device I'm streaming to you on. That's the only way I can get on Twitter right now.
Oh,
I haven't gotten it on the other device, dude. Let me.
I'll show it to you right now if you want to see. I'll share my screen real quick with you.
Sure.
Show you what I was talking about.
See if I can look at it.
Yeah,
you do that. I'm gonna grab another beer because I don't think going to spirits this hour is a good idea. Be right back.
No, it's not a good idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a warm beer. Fuck it, why not?
Why not? Fuck it.
Actually, you know what? Go gay hand and grab a goddamn lemonade seltzer. Fuck it.
That's the most homosexual thing I've heard.
Dude, these are fucking good. Actually, I like them.
Yeah.
By the way, they make very good mixers.
What are you mixing? Why are you mixing
the lemonade ones, dude?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not. I'm just gonna drink this. I might throw some of the gin that I made for A-Dub here in this. Actually, let me try one of this because I don't think I've tried the. Check this out. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's the Seagram's bottle, but it was infused. This is the latest one I did. This is her fucking idea, and I thought I regret it, but it's actually not. It's better than I thought it was.
Yeah, I pulled up that thing. If you want to share the screen,
throw it in.
Oh fuck! Hold on a second. Oh, let me grab it again. Let's see. Share screen. Yes. Share screen. Yes. Windows. Oh.
Boros is on a PC as a reminder to the chat here. And there's a lot of watermelon in this.
Well, you shouldn't have a problem with that then, should you?
Right? I think that was part of the reason she suggested it.
Where is this?
Hey, here's your advanced party white girl drink here that Shred Wizard is suggesting.
All right.
Well, if you have the hard seltzer, that's supposed to take the place of the club soda because it's carbonated. That's the whole point of using this as a mixer. I'm just saying. It's the whole reason I use them as mixers. No, this actually came out pretty well. Have you ever taken a shot of just regular dry gin by itself?
Yeah, I almost threw up on myself.
It's if you forget about that, that's some rough shit.
I can't. Well, no, I just can't stand the taste of gin. That's all.
Fair enough. I mean, it's not one of my go-tos.
Here you go. Let's see. Share this.
What do I have to do? Something? What do I need to do?
Yeah, because it's your stream.
Oh fuck. Well, things are about to go south then.
Just share screen, dude.
I don't know how to do that. Layout, settings.
There should be a tab down the bottom to share screen.
I don't have that.
Really?
Fuck. Nope. Shit. All right. Here we fucking go. I'm not on a PC. I'm on a mobile device.
Oh, okay.
See, every advantage has a disadvantage. What can I say?
You're kind of you're one of those special people, aren't you?
Yeah, very. Look, I got equipment that I need to get, and I'll, behind getting the shaving stuff that I need to get for your straight razor and get my damn engine fixed and a bunch of other fucking things. There's other things I need to get done. Right now, I'm working with what I got.
Yeah, the engine thing's that's kind of a priority.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. It's going to be another 2 weeks until I get that fucking sorted out because apparently everyone's engines decided to break down within the last few weeks. So everyone's busy.
Oh, really?
Good business for them. That's fine, but puts me in a bit of a bind. Just saying. Well, I don't know if you can't share. Can you describe what you were saying, or you were going to put up there, or whatever? Oh, you're putting up the screen now. Yeah. Oh, I see. What was it, safety razors or something?
Yeah, but yeah, they're vintage safety razors, and I had them Cerakoted.
How much does that cost, actually?
Not that much for me, but I found a guy that can do it that does it pretty cheap.
Thought you normally did that for firearms, but I guess you could do it for straight razors too.
Well, these aren't straight razors; they're safety razors.
Or safety razors. Sorry.
Yeah, these are like 1940s.
Jesus Christ, those go back that far?
Yeah, see, I mean, I've got some Everready or some Gem single edge safety razors that go back to the 1930s.
Holy shit!
The early 1930s. So, yeah, I've got some single blade ones too they're still usable. They're still very usable. I might post one or two of them too on my site in a couple days. But yeah, found a guy that would Cerakote them. You can Cerakote just about fucking anything though. That's the thing, because it's the coating is like, it's really, really thin, like really thin. It's thinner than powder coat. Huh. It's like 1 micron thickness.
That's real fucking thin.
Yeah. And
oh, cool. Now now Shred's comments are popping up on what I'm looking at here, basically.
I don't know. I don't remember if mojitos have. I think mojitos have gin in them.
That's rum.
Mojitos?
That's rum based. Yeah.
It's
rum, mint, has soda in it. You got to muddle the mint, and I forget what else is in there. I think there's like lime or something too.
Yeah, I had a few years ago. I was on a Disney cruise, and that was the first time I ever had had one of those. And man, I fucking love them, dude. Like aside from margaritas, I think margaritas are my favorite mixed drink, and then right after that is the mojito. But the mojito, from what I've read, is like it's got some of the highest sugar content of any mixed drink you can get.
I was gonna say that. Do you know why?
I don't know. Is it the vermouth or something? Where they have in it?
Well,
I don't know.
mojitos, they're made with rum, and rum is made with cane sugar.
Yeah, rum's made with cane sugar. Yeah, okay.
Rum as a spirit comes with a lot of sugar content on its own, and then everything that most people mix with it. You know, the mojitos are, a lot of times people mix it with what the hell is it? What is that? Coconut based. What do you call it? I can't remember what the fuck it's called.
It's not pina colada. It's
not pina colada. That's another mixed drink, which is also rum based.
Yeah.
A lot of times people mix it with that, and then you're just basically talking about a sugar bomb at that point. Malibu. And I don't know how much you know about Malibu. That's what it is.
Malibu is a coconut rum. Yeah.
Yeah, Malibu. They'll mix it with that. And they'll mix that with more pineapple juice, which is also more sugar. And I don't know how much you know about sugar and alcohol mixing. As far as your body's concerned, the fructose part, at least, that's processed by your liver.
Yeah.
Alcohol is also processed by the liver, which, as far as I can tell, based on my research, is the same. It's the same mechanism. That's why fatty liver disease and cirrhosis has grown within the last 40, 50 years, along with the rise of sugar and high fructose corn syrup and all other stuff. Just my unprofessional opinion here.
Semi-pro. But
hey, I haven't been wrong in my research yet. What can I say? I just don't claim to have a badge behind my name. But yeah, you mix all that stuff, and that's a recipe for a hangover, amongst other things.
Yeah, because aren't you just kind of like making your liver work double time because it's having to break down it's having to break down so much between the sugar and the alcohol?
Exactly. Why do you think I drink most things neat? Yeah. Or I'll just drink, or like this. Make fun of me all you want. The only calories, if you even want to call them that, because the calories come from alcohol, which you either burn or you piss out.
Well, the most calories, most of that stuff doesn't count. Like, I don't know, when I was doing that keto stuff.
You did keto stuff, really?
I did. I did it for a little over a solid year. I dropped like 80 pounds from doing it.
Jesus Christ! Well, but that would happen. Yeah.
But then what happened was the thing about the keto. I went off the keto thing. I got tired of doing the fucking piss strips and stuff like that because I was doing it hardcore. Like I was like testing my urine and stuff and all that good shit.
No.
And I was doing I bought a diabetic machine.
And, yeah, that is hardcore. I've never gone that far. No, I'm not doing the blood strips or urine test or anything like that. It's
I was doing
all functional shit. I'm just saying.
Because I was doing it just to make sure I was in ketosis, and I just basically come to the conclusion that, see, like now I do like a high protein and low carb diet, and for me that's what worked. And
100% agree.
The reason I found out was through doing that keto diet, which I don't believe in diets, so I just radically changed my eating habit.
As someone has done a bunch of them, yeah, I can. You're not wrong. That's kind of the conclusion I came to. Because I gotta ask. Go ahead.
The thing I found about most weight loss diets, it's fundamentally the reason why they work is calories in, calories out. That's for weight loss. If you want weight loss, I mean, you're still counting calories and all this stuff, and that's why this shit works, because you're expending more calories than what you're consuming.
Cheers, by the way, Shred Wizard, but I do want to keep that comment up here.
But yeah, the keto thing worked well for me, and then I just completely changed my eating habits. Not so much it wasn't a diet plan because I still continue it, and I've continued it for like 4 or 5 years now.
Well, even when I was doing this shit way back in the day, you know, when I say, you know, it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah, that's
Because
what I'm
a
saying.
diet, the diet is something that you do to get to some certain goal. And the problem that you have is, you know, okay, what happens once you hit that goal? Okay, you lost 50 pounds, or you're able to do 50 push-ups or 100 pull-ups or whatever the fuck it is. And what then?
Right.
Like, do you go back to what you're doing, or do you continue on that path? And
You
it
just
has
set,
to be
you
a
just set
lifestyle
more,
at that point.
you just set more goals for yourself, I would think. But
You would think,
you
and
think,
you actually probably would. The average person wouldn't.
well, you got a couple choices. You can set higher goals, or you can just set the goal of maintenance. Maintenance can be a goal on its own. It was like,
That's what I'm
okay,
doing right now.
I'm down to like one. You know, it's like you can say yourself, like, I'm down to 180. My goal from here on out is to maintain that weight. You know, so
Or maintain that level of physical fitness and, you know,
Right.
whatever you want to eat
Right.
within reason.
right.
You don't even have to attach the weight to that. Ask me when I know.
So, and that's basically what, for myself. That's what I found really helps is having a high protein and minimal carbs. I think the lowest I went was like for like 6. Wasn't 6. So the thing like the first 3 or 4 months I went on keto, I did a less than 50 grams of carbohydrates every day. 50 was the max.
That's at the very low end of it.
50 was my max.
And that's something I'm talking to Nick about.
Most keto people
yeah.
have been like, most keto people, I didn't know at the time, but like most keto people I've talked to are like, man, that's hard to do. Like just to go from all the not counting carbs at all down to just 50 carbs a day limit and limiting yourself. They're like, most people can't do that shit. And I'm like, well,
Hell, I'll tell you this, and this is the example that Nick has been talking about. Not Nick August, but the other one. And by the way, I actually circled this. Supposed to be talking to Morgan at some point.
what the fuck is that?
It's something. It was a old note that I had written before, but I circled the whole thing about prioritizing protein.
Yeah.
Just like what you were saying.
Fred's leaving. He's gonna cuddle with his old lady. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. I like
No,
that.
but
and Walter, it's like I got to take a piss. It's nice. It's nice to think of us, man. I appreciate that.
hey,
He took time out of his busy piss schedule to say hi.
you know, pissing schedule is a busy schedule from what I hear. You know, it's a real quick one, so he took the time to take out in between that. You know, it's a real honor. But the example, I think, what was it? A sourdough bread, because this person liked to have at least a couple slices of that a day. You know, basically they can't get through the day without at least having some sort of carbs, at least in that form, without, you know, getting to their second meal of the day. You know, they'll have this major crash before that if they don't have it. And, you know,
the thing with
and
the
then
keto diet, I liked it because like I didn't get hungry. I was never hungry.
Same here.
And actually, I mean, it's just well, I was also doing intermittent fasting as well. Like I would go. I started with like an 18-hour, you know, like the minimum 18-hour fast. Then I went up to 24, and then 36, and then 48. I mean,
I never went that far.
Once you get it, once you get into it, like the 24-hour fast is not. It's really kind of easy.
I'll tell you a story. That you heard about? Did you ever hear the? I think it was a Clary podcast, but I think he isolated it as well as a point. It was like, what was it? Aaron, he talked about, it was like, you have your woman ask you if you forgot to eat. You ever had that happen?
Ask what?
You ever have a woman ask you if you've forgotten to eat?
If I've forgotten to eat? Oh, yeah.
I heard it, and at the time, like Aaron was saying too, it was like, that sounds like that's one of the stupidest goddamn questions I think I've ever heard. And it wasn't until
It's not. It's really not.
Well,
It's
no,
really
it's
not.
not. And the reason I know that now is
At least
because
not in the context.
I was literally on my way. I was on my way to work and was like, "Well, it's been the third day since I haven't fucking eaten anything." So holy shit, I literally actually forgot to fucking eat.
Yeah,
and it was kind of I was on the same thing that you were doing.
It's not. It's not. Well, the context and stuff matters, but I mean, if it's like your mom asking, that's different. But if it's just like your girlfriend asking, that's
no, that's what I mean. Girlfriend, wife, partner, whatever the hell you want to call it.
That's yeah, any woman besides your mom or your sister, it's yeah. But if it's like someone outside your family, wife, girlfriend, something like that, and they're asking you if you've eaten recently, that's a good fucking thing, dude. Because it is. If you consider women's solipsism, if they're able to crush that long enough to realize that you probably haven't eaten in a while, that's a fucking good thing, dude. That's them. They're trying hard. I have to tell you.
They're prioritizing you over themselves.
Yeah, they're prioritizing
what
your
they're
health.
doing.
They're prioritizing your that's a sign of buy-in on their part. Then especially if they're like, hey, let me make you something to eat. My ex-wife did that several times because like whenever I was out,
especially considering the fact that I was the one that was cooking whenever she was over at my place. But
yeah, back in the day, like when I was going to college and working full time, and doing an internship all at the same time, my ex-wife was like, man, she's like, when's the last time you ate? I'm like, I don't remember. I just want to sleep.
I got shit to do.
And she said, oh, she would be like, she's like, okay. And then she'd wake me up like 30 minutes later. She's like, I made you something to eat. And there were sometimes like I was so tired that she would sit there and basically just fucking hand feed me.
Holy shit.
I'm so tired. Yeah, because I was working a 40+ hour week work schedule plus going to school. I had classes at university, and then I was doing internships.
Holy shit. That is a full fucking schedule.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And
I can totally get that.
It wasn't fun, but yeah, she was like, there's sometimes like she would sit there and just do that. She'd just fucking sit there and just like hand feed me and shit.
God, it was nice fucking having that while it lasted, wasn't it? I mean, I kind of had that as well at some point. I was usually one on the giving end because she always has some fucking issues, but it was nice when that happened. It's real fucking nice.
Yeah,
but I mean, the reason I brought that up was like to your point I make. I think it's in the note that crusty ass note that I have up there is like humans weren't meant to eat all day.
Do what?
Humans weren't meant to eat all day.
Oh no, they weren't.
In fact, we go days without eating. We were hunting down fucking mammoths and shit. And then we'd fucking feast later. But
Yep.
The digestive system wasn't meant to work 24 hours a fucking day. That's what happens with the most people today. And surprise, we have a whole lot of goddamn issues.
That's what I found.
Not even getting into what the hell we're eating. And that's a whole nother matter entirely.
I don't know about you or anyone else, but like that's one thing I found out too when I started doing the intermittent fastings. I felt a lot better. I actually was more energetic after going without food for like 18, 20 hours. I didn't feel bad at all. I felt better,
Yeah.
And then and just eat protein on top of it, and have some carbohydrates and stuff like that. I still have my Twizzlers and stuff from time to time,
Nothing wrong with that.
But
nothing wrong with that.
I'll have some Twizzlers or fucking, Twizzler the licorice. Then I'll give my dog a couple because he likes them too. We'll sit there and eat fucking licorice. And then I don't keep like soft drinks in the house.
That's a good thing.
It's mainly
It's probably
water.
one of the worst things you could drink.
Yeah, because I mainly just keep water, tea, and milk in my house.
Oh,
That's pretty much it. I keep some alcohol, but I don't. It's not, it's mainly like hard liquors and stuff like bourbon. I don't keep beers that much in my house. I have some bottles of wine, but that's mainly for girls and shit.
I happen to be a wine connoisseur, so I've got quite a few bottles of wine. And I happen to like beer. I'm not giving up beer. You want to know one of the reasons I don't give up beer?
I could take it or leave it.
Just to be honest.
What?
Just to be honest.
What's up?
It's because all the people that go, like, oh, you drink IPAs specifically. I know the science behind it, so I understand what they're saying. You drink IPAs, you're going to get man tits,
I've never been a fan of IPAs anyway. It's just
well, the ones that I get, I get them by the 18 pack. It's a financial thing. It's a bang for the buck thing. That's what it is really. I'm not terribly a fan of IPAs myself.
Yeah.
I think my favorite is the pale ale version, just pale ale. Like really like Sierra Nevada, like their pale ales, or Georgetown.
That's not IPAs though. IPAs are different from pale ale.
Exactly. No, that's my point. Like those are totally different.
Like I really like Blue Moon, pale ale.
Blue Moon's good too. That actually happened to be a real favorite of a Hot Russian X actually.
Yeah, I could clean out an 18 pack of those motherfuckers in a day.
No, mine it's
not
a few.
now. Not now, but like over the course, like if it was like on the weekends and I was barbecuing all weekend, or like Saturday, I'd clean
those
out.
are easy drinking.
I would start like Saturday morning with a Blue Moon, and just like start seasoning my barbecue meat and shit. Start doing the rubs and stuff on it and getting it set up. I just do that all day, just fucking steady drinking. Just put that shit.
No, it's perfect for that, especially okay, if you have a stronger constitution than Captain Marvel in real life, because it's 5.4% if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's kind of high, but I don't drink. I don't even drink anymore, especially beer. I might have whiskey or something to sip, but for the most part, I just kind of. I
just do it because I like drinking beers. I don't even drink all that many beers. Like maybe 2 or 3 a night or something like that. And that's at the high end. But it was that whole bitch tits thing that everybody was fucking talking about. Like, oh, you're gonna grow tits. It's like I have the opposite problem here.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, I mean, if you're throwing back a 6-pack every fucking night of IPAs, I'm like, yeah, probably, most likely. But really, if you're drinking that much fucking beer in the first place, that's more the problem that you're drinking too much fucking alcohol than you're drinking the specific type of beer you're drinking. I mean, shit.
Not to mention anything else that's in your diet that also might be a major contributor to that.
That's the kind of shit that like Ryan Stone says, don't eat paint, Paint. It's like, dude, you're missing the forest for the trees. Like fucking IPA.
Exactly.
Dude, that's not the problem. The problem is you're drinking that much fucking alcohol to have it affect you like that. Because fucking beer is basically liquid bread. So let's just get that out of the way.
Or you're eating a shit ton of bread on top of that.
Yeah.
Anyone ever fucking think of that?
Well, and then you get the beer munchies. I don't know about you. I mean, you get fucking beer munchies, and
Not really. I don't care, but I'm different.
Depending on the beer, I get fucking beer munchies. So that's
really,
yeah. It depends on the beer though. But the like lagers and stuff give me fucking beer munchies. The Blue Moon doesn't. I just pass out. I just get sleepy and pass out. Like, lay down, little boy. I'm like, all right.
You got a favorite type of beer down? Now I'm curious because I laid out one of mine.
What?
You got a favorite kind of beer, or if your beer style, whatever? I mean, you said Blue Moon. That's a Belgian white, if I remember correctly.
It's a Belgian white ale, yeah.
Yeah,
that's really good, but it's I can't drink that many of them now. Like if I drink 2 of them, I'm fucked, dude.
Shit! Really?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
my tolerance for alcohol is fucking out the fucking door, dude. It's horrible. It's embarrassing. Like 21-year-old me would fucking punch me in the face right now if he saw my state of condition.
I'm in my mid-30s and I'm barely buzzed now.
Yeah.
Well, then again, I'm just drink. I've learned to not drink too many spirits on the show so I don't fall apart.
Yeah.
Like right at the end of it.
You got to pace yourself.
Yeah. Something you need to learn.
Oh yeah.
Walter wants to know what the topic is tonight. It was supposed to be my Cinco de Mayo night, but this is totally fucking thrown together because Instagram didn't work out.
Yeah, my favorite types, like I like stouts. I like stouts.
Yeah, that's a good one. Stouts, porters, those kind of things.
Yeah, I don't like porter so much because traditionally porters are served like room temperature. I don't like that shit.
I always thought beers like that, and even if they were like cask style or they were carbonated or whatever, they're at least served kind of the same temperature as like red wines, like 60, 65 degrees Fahrenheit.
No, I don't.
So they're at least slightly chilled.
I think
so you don't lose their aroma or anything, but
you might be right. But I think like there's a couple of styles that are traditionally they're served at room temperature, slightly below room temperature. I don't know why, but I guess it's just the way they do it.
Old tradition because there wasn't that much
refrigeration
back then.
But I like stouts. Stouts would probably be my first pick, and then something like the white ales are pretty good. And I actually, for a third choice,
white ales, that's a good one. Yeah,
white ales, and then both of those are really thick, like they're very rich. And the third one is actually I do like good lagers. I'm not talking about like fucking Bud Light or Budweiser. That stuff is shit. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. I'm talking about like a traditional fucking lager.
No, those along with pilsners, if I remember correctly, those are the hardest to make out of all.
Yeah, pilsners aren't bad, but I prefer the lager over a pilsner. But I do appreciate both of them. I'll put it that way. I wouldn't say no to a pilsner either if it was done well.
Or if it's free, like Walter's saying.
Yeah, free beer is best beer. He's right. Walter's correct. Free beer is best beer.
Someone wants to hand me a Rolling Rock or even, hey, I'll even go this low because this happened recently. Don't tell anyone. But I had somebody hand me a Bud Light that was free.
Yeah.
You know what? I took it.
A beer flavored water. That's what I call it.
It's good hydration. It's good hydration if nothing else. Okay.
Yeah.
But who am I to judge somebody who's going to give me one of what's in their repertoire? No problem there. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it. May no judgment be placed upon you. No, whatever works for you. So Annette Walter is right. If I had to pick a few beers, I've talked about pale ales. I think Boris is talking to someone else, so he's doing this thing. Red ales, by the way, I don't think people talk about the Men's Original Red. That's how I got my start in those, and then I found a whole bunch of other people who make red ales. That's one I think that gets under the radar. Stouts, as Bull said. And I don't know why, but I tend to throw porters along the same line because they kind of for me they kind of overlap. Sometimes they're a little bit on the lighter side. You think of your Guinnesses. A lot of times they're heavier. They're on the surface side. Think of your what was it, Dragon's Milk? I think that'd be one of the heavier ones. It's like 16% alcohol, and there's a lot more going on as far as the alcohol content goes, as far as the flavor profile goes, all that stuff. What else?
You know, Guinness makes a lager, right?
I think I heard it offhand. I don't think I've ever had it though.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not great or anything, but it's not bad.
I'll tell you what, as far as a good company goes, you know Sammy Adams, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I like Sam Adams. I like a lot of their stuff, man.
One thing I didn't know about them, and I only found out about this a couple of years ago because Tom Likas interviewed the guy who runs it. Was it Mike Koch or something? Let me see. His name is on here somewhere. Oh, Tim Koch, sorry, or Jim Koch. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know it's Koch. Oh, no, his first name.
Tim or Jim, I'm not sure because he signed his name weird. And because of someone with very impeccable handwriting myself, you know, like I would be able to fucking make that distinction. Anyways, he interviewed that guy. He's like, I work, like he works on, what was it, the regular brew, the Boston Lager?
Yeah.
Your style. It's like he sips every day just to make sure that it's good, but he also works on everything else that's there.
Yeah. They, Sam Adams has a huge, they have a huge selection of different types of beers.
They do. They also, they're the ones that,
and they have their
they put out
and stuff.
Yeah. They put out, you know, they'll put out, and me and Hot Rush X, we've gotten them before. I think even me and Bowl of Chaos did it too.
They actually, Sam Adams has a really good cherry wheat lager. I think that was like one of the last beers I've drank. It was fucking good, man.
I know which one you're talking about. Actually, it was. It wasn't. They didn't have that much firepower, but it was good.
It was enough for me,
which is good enough, you know.
I drank 2 of those, man. I was like, wee.
Jeez. Well, you know what? I mean, you learn if you drink them, you learn to appreciate what the drink it is, besides from what alcohol it could bring to you. You know, it's like
now.
Okay, it has the intoxicating effect. There's that, and there's obviously there's that's inherent in the product. But it's like women. All right, women. Alcohol is going to bring the alcohol. That's obvious. Women are going to bring the obvious thing that women bring. It's what else do you bring to the table? You know, beer. Depending on which kind you're getting, whether it's a lager, whether it's a pale ale, whether it's a red ale or a stout or whatever it is. It's like brings other things that makes you want to actually pick it over something else. Wine is going to do the same thing. And however complicated or less complicated you want to make it. And the same thing with spirits, your bourbons, your whiskeys, your single malt scotches, all that stuff. Or your tequilas, in my case. Or even gins, like what I'm looking at right now. Because I made the bad decision of asking some chick for advice that happens to be a goddamn wicked. You know, it's like, what else do you bring to the table aside from the intoxication? What else do you bring to the table aside from the head high, the down high, whatever it is? You know, so once you get past the obvious things, you start looking at everything else, and that's what kind of drives your choices there. You know.
Yeah. Well, the real quick, right back to the beer and stuff. There's a local brewery not far from me called Excalibur. What the fuck is the name of that place? Oh, Excalibur Brewing, and they're
Excalibur or Excalibur?
Excalibur, like the sword.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Just want to make sure I heard that correctly.
But they have like what as an example, that they have on tap, they have an American Pale Ale, Blonde Ale.
That's another one.
They have a IPA, and that they have, well, one of their IPAs is Imperial, the other one is an IPA American. Then they have a fruited Berliner Weiss, which that's really good. Then they have a Russian Imperial Stout. And that's yummy. Then they have a barley wine English rum beer. Let's see. They have another fruited sour one. It's orange.
Rum beers are kind of rare, actually. You might get some beers that are they're cellared in like bourbon barrels or something. It's rare to get one that's rum based though.
Yeah, and let's see what else they have an Irish red ale, Scotch ale.
Scotch ale is that's a good one.
Yeah,
Pike Place has one up here.
Yeah, I've had Pike Place. It's good.
Really? No kidding.
Yeah, we got Pike Place down here.
What?
Yes.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And then let's see what else. Oh, they've added some stuff too. Nice. They've got like hard seltzer, like peppermint, papaya, orange, rose water. But it's just like 5 ABV, man. Damn.
No, that's about right. I mean, even this. Well, that's the standard for most seltzers, most mainstream lagers, all stuff. Or just any beers. The standard is 5%. You know.
Well, some of these are bad. Some of these are.
Have you ever had Dragon's Milk? Or I think that's what it's called. Dragon's Milk. I can't remember who makes it.
No.
It typically comes. It's the one that comes like it's in the 4-pack. It's like $18 or something. Or like Rasputin's stout.
Damn. This barley wine, this English barley wine, is 13.5 ABV, man.
Oh, you're speaking my language. There we go. All right, now we're talking.
That's the highest one I've seen, but they have some in here that are pretty. Like that Scotch ale is 10%. That Russian Imperial Stout is a little over 11 ABV.
That sounds about right.
That one there, that's $8 a pint.
Pint would be 16 ounces if I remember correctly. Christian Solo, I think you came over from Aaron Clary's chat. I think I've never seen you there.
Yeah, because they sell by the pint and half pint, and because like they sell these like they're like pint cans. And
all right,
because they sell like pint cans, and oh shit, eating marzipan, yeah, that shit's good, bro. God damn, that's some good stuff.
Why does that sound familiar?
Marzipan. Yeah, it's like a sweetbread, sort of.
That's something Mexican, I think. I've heard the term before. I'm just drawing a blank on it. Maybe because I've had like 100 fucking drinks during the course of this.
Yeah, but they it's cool because like when you go to their site, like their brick and mortar place, it's like a warehouse, but you just go over there and they have like these huge cask barrels, and that's what they had on tap. And like you go in there, you tell them you want a half pint or a pint, and they have like these pint cans that they fill up. It's like a big ass beer can, and they fill it up and seal it, and they fill it up right in front of you too. That's cool. They just fill it up right in front of you.
Like the crawler that I was supposed to drink like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it's still fucking sitting in my goddamn fridge because I keep forgetting it.
Yeah, that's what they do. I mean, they give you a pint. What you get, like if you want a pint, they give you like a pint crawler, and fucking fill it up.
Crawler, by the way, is 32 ounces. That's 2 pints.
That's 2 pints. I think. Yeah, because that's what I got when I went there. Yeah, whenever I went there, I think if you go to their unless they change something, if you go to like to their where they're at, like their actual place, they have an offering to where you can get like a 32-ounce crawler, and that's what I got. Like I don't want just a pint. I want a fucking crawler, and
you ain't fucking around.
Yeah, and Oh yeah, that crawler fucked me up though. Jesus Christ! I think I had one on an episode of.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna take another piss and grab something else real quick. I'll be right back.
I had it on an episode of Let Them Burn, dude. That thing fucked me up by the end of that episode. Yeah, Christian, send a pic of that marzipan, dude. Would your girlfriend or your old lady make that for you, or what? Let me know. I know I can't eat very much of it because that shit'll make me fat as fuck too. I was dating this one Mexican girl one time several years ago, and shit, by the time we broke it off, dude, I gained like 20 pounds. Because all she would make was fucking, she'd make pawn and shit like that. Just fucking keep feeding me that stuff.
No, do that to you.
Dude, the fucking Mexican girls. But she was actually from Mexico. She was actually from Mexico.
I've got a beer.
Because her parents,
grab another man tit razor.
Her parents brought her here whenever she was a baby and stuff. And yeah, she from Mexico. But God, that girl can cook, girl. Holy shit. Oh, it's from Walmart? Yeah.
I heard something about a Mexican lady from that was making you fat or something.
Yeah, I used to date several years ago. I dated this one Mexican girl that by the time we broke off the relationship, dude, I gained like it's because from her cooking. Because she would always make pawn and shit like pan or pawn, whatever you want fucking.
Oh, yeah.
She makes like sweet bread and shit all the time.
Their version of their version of baked goods.
Yeah, and good lord, I gained weight from that one.
Panaceria. You had a homemade panaceria in your place though when you had this chick around. That's what happened.
And she would she'd make fucking
Panaderia. Sorry, I mispronounced that. She
would make tacos de lengua. Got me hooked on that shit.
Tongue tacos. Oh, all right.
Huh?
I've had that and it was actually done properly, and it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, she did.
Maybe as an American, or somebody who was like kind of raising a seed like I was. You look at that as like, okay, why the hell did you eat that? But you actually try it, and it's pretty damn good.
Yeah, she told me what it was, and like she wanted me to try it first, and then tell me what it was. I was just like, I was like,
that's a real fucking gamble.
I'm like, I'll try it. And she's like, how's it taste? I said that meat, it tastes a little bit different. She's like, I'm like, what is that? She goes, that's lengua. I'm like, oh. I'm like, you could have just told me that. I'm like, it tastes good though. I'm like, you could have just told me what it was. I wasn't gonna say no anyway. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's different having somebody that you kind of trust do that than someone that I don't know. It's like a street vendor or something.
Well, this is like
when they have an agenda or something like that.
To give you a little context, this was like whenever we were first dating, and she thought like I was just like some dumb fucking bolillo or some shit. I don't know.
No, okay.
But she didn't know what was up. She found out though. It's okay.
Hell, you're in Texas. We kind of expect you guys to know what the hell what's going on with at least the Mexican cuisine is. Let alone anything else.
It was like she was amazed that I knew that I was pretty handy with Spanish and shit.
It's like being in SoCal and not knowing that too. I mean, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. And it's like she's like, you understand Spanish pretty good. I'm like, yeah, because you
got to be bilingual to go work a job at Jack in the Box.
I mean, it's good enough. Like now, it's good enough. I can, like, if you drop me in Mexico, I can make my way out. But it used to be better. I just don't speak it that much anymore, and it's a use it or lose it kind of thing. But
I gotta ask, because you still have kind of you have the Texan accent. Like, how does that translate into Mexican? I have to know.
the Texas accent that I don't know, man. I never asked them guys. Like most of my
Dude,
Spanish,
you gotta find that out. That is
Yeah.
that I want to know.
I don't know.
Like Astro Mexican was like, do you speak Spanish to them or Mexican to them or whatever the fuck you call it? It's
I don't
like,
know,
how does
'cause,
that
like,
accent fucking
kinda-
translate?
I've never listened to myself speak Spanish with that. But I'll ask them because I used to because the vast majority of Spanish that I learned was whenever I used to work on those warehouses, and it was all Latino people, like from South America and Mexico and shit, which they did not get along very well. But
Oh, I've seen that.
yeah, the Mexicans don't like some of them guys from South America and
Salvadorians.
yeah, that was the majority of people I work with, Salvadorians and fucking Mexicans, and they didn't like each other very much. And both of their Spanish was different though too.
Yeah, it's different dialects.
It's slightly different dialects and stuff because there were things I would say to the Salvadorianos, and they were like, well, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I'm just like, I don't know. I try to describe it, something like, "Oh yeah, it's this." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's how y'all say it." So it was difficult because I was trying to learn a different language and two different dialects at once, but I had several years to do it, so I got pretty good after a couple of years because that's all they spoke in. You know, they knew English, but their English was some of the guys, their English wasn't that great. So.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. They will have enough English to get the job, and that's about it.
Yeah,
and to do normal trade.
Yeah, and I
buy
was
stuff
very
at the
much,
grocery store and all that stuff.
And the thing was, like, I was very much a minority inside those warehouses. So it was just like when in Rome, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But they weren't. I mean, they weren't like assholes or anything. You know. They just call me Güero all the time.
Oh, I forgot that term, man. Holy shit. This has been a long time since I've heard that.
And I was like twice everyone's size over there anyway, so like they were small, dude.
Nothing against you, but that's not hard.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But hey, man, I got some good Latino food out of it because you know their old ladies.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, man.
Their old ladies always cook, and they were after a couple months, you know, they got used to me. And
no, you know, and that's the thing about I'll say this. That's the thing about guys. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, what race you come from.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
What culture you come from, what religion you come from, whatever. You know, like once you guys kind of share the same struggles, you break bread and do the same things with each other, you kind of end up having that bond together. You know, it doesn't really matter. Now, whether that ends up getting complicated because the women in the area are scared of them, that's a whole other matter entirely. But you know what? Until then, it's like, you know what? Guys are going to be guys. You know, the real people who do real shit like what you're talking about, you're going to recognize each other. And if you guys are able to stick that out, then, you know, you'll be able to have at least that bond. That's what you see in the military. That's what you see in hardworking jobs, you know, whether it's just in a warehouse, like you're saying. And by the way, I worked in a warehouse.
Well, that was like
for a few months, you know.
That was like one of the stereotypes that I learned that they had was just like white people in general, and just like also in Americans, like they don't know how to do manual labor. And they're always astonished.
There's a shortage of that right now, bro.
Because they were always astonished with how hard I worked, and I was just like, dude, I grew up fucking doing construction and shit, man. This stuff's ain't.
Well, hey, now that you bring that up, you had a trouble with when Morgan was on Twitter. She's not anymore, but she's getting back to doing live streams again. Do you follow her YouTube channel?
Oh no.
Well, yeah, she did a live stream today, and one of the things the main subject was shortages.
Yeah.
And I threw in my whole thing, okay, there's a beef shortage right now because I went to the local place it's the only place that I shop at in person because of reasons you can guess.
Yeah.
And it was like, all the cuts of steak, aside from like separate cuts are gone. All there is ground beef. It's like, that is fucking weird.
Yeah. That's
This
another
place
thing
is usually stocked, but that was the thing she was talking about, different shortages and all this stuff and how to deal with it. And that's just what she does. But
right. Yeah.
I forget.
That was another thing too, like that I forgot.
But what? That's what I want to. Hang on a second. That's what I want to. But people brought up, shortages in labor. Specifically kind of manual labor.
Yeah.
Or places where like you couldn't work from home, or you make more doing this or you make less doing this than you would get in unemployment and other benefits and all this other stuff.
Uh-huh.
That was a topic that was brought up. Like what you're talking about, that you did, and you and the guys in the barrio did, and that I've done, and all this other stuff. That's actually a shortage right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not wrong about that. That's happening today.
Oh yeah.
In fact, let me grab something real quick. I'll be right back. Show something real quick. I was going to be making an Instagram post, but I'll show it right here.
Okay.
Because I talked about just this. Hang on. I got this because of an order that was canceled. I got an order from McDonald's. Yes, it's the same one I've been talking about this whole time, but they got canceled for other reasons. But
oh yeah, I've seen something similar. Yeah.
Can you see what that says? What they're starting at?
$16.70 an hour, $18.70 an hour for. Jeez, dude.
That's what they're starting at now. Do you remember the whole fucking phrase "5 for 15"?
Yeah, dude. Well, that's what people have been saying for a while. Like the whole thing with like minimum wage and shit. It's like I don't know of a place that pays the actual federal minimum wage to anybody. Like I don't know. I haven't seen it.
The last I had was when I moved up here back in 2014, and I took the driver helper job for UPS during the Christmas season. And the minimum wage up here is one of the reasons I actually moved up here, aside from having family, was it was $9.40 something.
Yeah.
I mean, I did this job and all this stuff, and then the warehouse job, it was $10 an hour, which, again, you withdraw the taxes and draw your conclusions. I think it was $8.32 or $8.60. I can't remember exactly what it was.
All the supply
it was one of those two.
All the supply warehouses I work though, like they're on like a production pay scale.
Okay, well, you okay.
You were still paid. We were still paid an hourly rate, but it was based off your production, your weekly production.
And before I worked there, actually, that's how the place, because I talked to people who actually worked there before that.
That's how I was able to make.
They were paid basically on how many trucks they were able to clear. Like, okay, one truck, you clear the trailer out of that. It's like 10,000 parcels or 8,000 parcels, or whatever. Okay,
that's how I was able to make like
do more than that.
That's how I was able to make like $55,000 a year.
Right. Well, they actually had that at the place that I worked at, and then they, and as far as the guys were like, okay, how's that for motivation? Clear out 4 trailers a fucking day during a 10-hour period. That's not hard. But then you move like, okay, you clear out 1 trailer or you clear out 4 trailers. It's still $10 an hour. So what's the motivation?
Right. Yeah, that's why they went to. That's why all the supply, the grocery supply companies I worked for, went to a production pay scale. I don't like even at a regional supplier level. I know Cisco does it. I know they do that. So a lot of the regional suppliers as well do that now. That's a quick way to being friends. Working, yeah, man. Like when I first started working for those places, that first they called me Gringo for a while, for a few months. They called me Gringo, and then
of course,
then after that they started calling me Güero, and
which
so
is much nicer. Ask them how they know.
It's a little bit nicer. Then they started calling me Güero Local, and I was like, then I knew I made it. You know,
Güero Loca. All right, there we go.
But I didn't. That's the thing, though. That's the thing you have to understand, especially with Latino dudes and like South American dudes. Like they have a lot of machismo, right? So that's just the way they are. You can't take it. You can't take it personally because
they're like fucking with you, and the reason that they're fucking with you is because they like you.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Well, they're fucking with you to see what you'll do, like how you'll react and stuff. But if you take it in stride and just like give them some shit back, you know, just like go fuck yourself or something, you know, they just laugh about it. If you laugh it off, then they're like, all right, he's an all right guy. And then
it's like Atham calling Aaron or Nick Schulander Chaparrito, you know, it's the same thing.
Yeah, and
he even did the same thing. You know, I went and visited him, and you know, the glasses here, they're kind of there's just a thing I do here now, but I have light sensitivity, so like when I visited him, and like we were gonna go drive out and do other things and whatever, and I realized I left my damn glasses in the car, and it was bright as fucking sunny outside. I can't see when it's bright fucking sunny outside, and so I had to be hand fucking led out to get into my damn car. And he made fun of me the entire fucking way. It was like, "Oh, you goddamn princess, you need to be fucking held up there." It's like,
shit. You know that's coming.
And I'm dealing with a fucking medical condition, for fuck's sake.
No,
it doesn't.
Fucking cripple.
And it's fine. Like, you know, I'll take the goddamn heat just to get my fucking shit together. Okay, that's fine. But you know, it's how you take it. It's like no harm done. I get why you're making fun of me. It's okay. No, this is a new person. I don't know who this is. And if I should know who this is, you could tell me and I could be very fucking nice. The point I wanted to make with bringing this was like, all right, we're well past the fucking 5 for 15 thing. Are we going to still fucking have that fucking discussion here? Are you really? McDonald's, like the poster child company of, you know, that everybody wants to fucking pick on, whether it's about environmentalism, whether it's about veganism, whether it's about treating their employees fairly. They're hiring well above the $15 fucking mark.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, the other thing too is like, if it becomes too big of a deal, like these companies will, if they can't afford people, they're either A, going to go out of business, or B, they're going to use technology to circumvent the shit. You know, they're going to fire as many people as they can.
Robotic fry makers, anyone?
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I'm doing what I can, Christian.
And what's that for? That's for working at McDonald's?
Yeah. It's literally from McDonald's.
See, here's the thing, dude. Like, I know, like, inside my career field, like, people starting out get paid that much, and they have like 2 or 4 year degrees, college degrees, you know. And I mean,
Jesus.
Yeah, and they would start if they were to start out now, they would be starting around $18 to $20 an hour for like a new person in that career field. And that shit there,
Christian, by the way, they're starting at $16 an hour now, not 15, or at least up here. Just to answer that.
But the thing is, like, working at McDonald's, I mean, that's what people don't understand is that work like that's non-skilled labor. Basically, what that means is like anyone off the street can pretty much do it. You know, it requires no special skill set, no special subject knowledge or anything like that. You just come in, pretty much anyone can do it if they have 2 arms and you don't even need 2 arms, 2 legs, but they, you know,
and the drive to do it.
If you're able to physically do it, you can do it. You know, it's like I said, it's non-skilled labor. You don't have to know shit. Like I was doing skilled labor when I was like 15 years old, working in construction. I wasn't supposed to be there, but you know, no one said anything. I got paid cash, so fuck them.
Exactly. So the way it should be. Well, hell, I mean, even with that, you know, I told you about my uncle, right?
Yeah.
My uncle, just to give a recap, he got to start working at what was it? It was a Taco Bell. Worked there at I don't remember exactly what position he worked at. Maybe he worked at the front desk, drive-through. Maybe he worked as a fry cook. I'm not sure. Last I checked, and I haven't checked on him in a while, so this may have changed. Do you know what he did last time I checked on him? Now?
Does he own a Taco Bell now?
He not only owns a Taco Bell. Well, maybe I don't think he owns them actually, but he's a regional manager for several of them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, so he literally started at the bottom fucking floor, literally mopping the fucking floors. That's what he did actually. He was the janitor there. Yeah, he literally started at the bottom and worked his way up.
Yeah, I mean that takes effort, though. You know, it takes effort.
That's the thing. That takes effort. That takes drive. That takes, you know, I want to do better than what I'm doing now. And so I'm going to do what I can in my position to actually display that.
Yeah.
And hop on the opportunities when and if they arise.
That I've seen that too. Like when I was working at those distribution facilities, like there were a lot of like sales guys and stuff like that. They started like inside the warehouse, then they moved up to a driving position, and then they went on the sales. And there was a couple of like regional and district sales managers that's where they started from in the company. They were with the company for a while and stuff. I mean, it took them several years, but they started basically from like a remedial position, you know, a low skill position to a very high skill position. So it can be done, man. It's just, you just got to put in some effort. You have to try a little bit.
It can. And there's a quote. I actually want to throw this in because I thought about this literally on the way home. It may not make sense, but hopefully I can make it make sense. You know about cars probably about as well as I do.
Yeah, I agree.
Just regular commuters, sports cars, muscle cars, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I was doing oil changes on my dad's car when I was like 12 years old.
So you wouldn't know.
Old man didn't want to fucking do it no more. So, well, he had 3 sons. I mean, what the fuck? Like, that's why you have.
That's what sons are for.
That's what you have three sons for. Like one of them's got to teach you.
Exactly. There you go.
Do a fucking.
You got one to do the oil change, someone to do spark plugs, and then another one to, you know, they get smart enough they can rebuild the engine. There you go.
Do the carburetor. And then my neighbor, our next door neighbor, he was he was a contractor. He's a residential and commercial contractor, and like one of his hobbies was junior top fuel cars. So he had he had a junior top fuel car inside his garage out in the back, dude. And because he would race that thing, and yeah, that's fun. Y'all motherfuckers talk about fast cars. Y'all don't know what fast cars are, dude. Because when I was a little bit older, my dad let me go out to the track with him, and I got to sit in a side seat while he drove it down the track, and that's pretty. When you experience that type of speed, like it's like
something different entirely.
It's a totally different animal, because like when you go that fast, it just, because I mean, we were well over like 260, 270 miles an hour. And oh
yeah, that's a totally different realm.
Yeah, it's like,
you're not going to experience that on the highway, no matter what you're driving.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you have all these like fast cars and shit, like these exotic fast cars like Lambos and shit. I mean, none of them are going to suck your ass down in that seat like that top fuel car. I mean, it's fucking scary out there.
Oh, I know what you're talking. Yeah, you're talking about something. It's even an entirely different feel, if I remember correctly. No, that's something. Yeah, that's a different animal.
You go so fast, like shit, like slows down. Like your perception of time slows down. That's how fast.
I know what that is. I know exactly what that's like. That's what saved my ass quite a few times.
It's just
That's why I'm good. That's why I'm good at the job that I am now.
It's a surreal
Because of
experience.
shit like that.
But it's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, guys with them fucking Lambos and shit. I'm like, yeah, that's nice. That's cool. It does 0 to 60 in like 4 seconds. I'm like, yeah, a top fuel car does 0 to 60 in about a little over a second, maybe less.
Well, it's purpose built for that. So
yeah, I mean, it's basically a fucking fucking engine, or it's like
goddamn
a car
Roman candle, dude.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's like a rocket with wheels on it.
Yeah,
it's a rocket with wheels, and you're just like, okay. It's like that's what it feels like on the inside too. Like you get inside that thing, you have no amenities. Like they had to put the side seat. It literally was a seat that like they pulls in, pulls out, and they just put it in there for me.
God. Now you're reminding me. Now you're reminding me of the little side seat that my dad had when he worked for Frito-Lay. He had the truck, and it has a little side seat for people with the box truck.
Well, it's like a seat, and
little folding seat. It reminds me of that, but I'm pretty sure it's more secure than that. I'm just gonna say
it's like a race seat. It had
if you're gonna be going 300 miles an hour, it's probably more secure than that.
It was like a racing seat, but it was one. It had belts and everything. It had the 3-point harness in it, but it was just like it could be taken in and out because when you're racing, you want as little weight as possible.
You don't want that weight, yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, they fucking put the seat in there and shit, locked me down and stuff, and I was like, and he was like, neighbor's like, you ready for this? And I'm like, oh yeah, baby, let's go. And
we're in the side. See how fucking ready can you be?
Yeah, it's like I'm going anywhere. Fuck it. So, yeah, he was like, by the time
I'm in the seat, that's how ready I can be.
We got down, and when we first went down, like it was like we went so fast it was over. I was just like, but just the fucking gravity, like the actual gravity of it pushing down, like on whenever he launched, whenever he took off, just the G-force of that. Fucking sitting on my chest, dude. I was like, holy shit, dude. And yeah, he got done.
People forget gravity goes in all directions. It doesn't just go down.
He looked at me. He's like, man, you look like you just seen a ghost. I'm like, I'm still trying to process this. Will you leave me alone?
Well, you just pulled 9 fucking G's or whatever the fuck it was. You know, like you just pulled up. You know, like you were pulling away from a missile and you're in an F-16 fighter jet. It's like, of course you did.
Yeah, I was like, we covered a mile in
and you were just along for the ride. You weren't the one pulling the stick.
Yeah, I mean,
of course
we covered a mile in about 7 or 8 seconds, man. I mean, I'm still like I'm back at the beginning. I'm like back at the finish line, just a couple feet away. Like we went from there to here, and I'm like, I don't know what happened in between.
There's that little trope, you know, like, well, there was Bull Rush. He was sitting here, but where Bull Rush was, there's like kind of that smoke kind of caricature of him, like he was standing here.
Yeah,
and it's just there, but Bull Rush has been gone like a long time ago.
My ass is here, but my brain is back there still trying to contemplate what's going on. So why don't you just give me a minute for my fucking brain to catch up? The rest of my
my god,
what happened? But yeah, it was a blast, man. It was a fucking blast. I got to do that a few times. That was a lot of fun,
dude. I'd love to try that, man. I have not had the pleasure of doing that at some point, but you know, I'd love to do that.
It was a real treat, man.
And
my youngest brother, he was too scared to fucking go, dude. Like, I went, and then my other brother went, and then my little brother were like, dude, you got to go. You got to try it. He's like, no, I want to do that. I'm like, you're a fucking pussy.
Oh, Jesus.
Go back to
hey, his loss.
Go back to putting together your fucking computer, you nerd. We punched him in the head.
I'd say go back to playing with your Legos, but I don't want to pick a Jack Napier or anything here.
He actually did that, dude. My little brother did that. He was all into Legos.
Oh, damn. Well,
but
there goes. Sorry, Jack. I tried.
Yeah.
Well, the point that I wanted to make was I had this thought on the way home tonight. Now I'm still driving the rental, and it's not like my car has that much more guts than the other one. Actually, it does have a lot more guts than even the fucking cars you can rent these days. These cars you get these days are fucking gutless. Mine can actually fucking accelerate. This one cannot. That's one of my fucking. Hey, Bacon, why don't you want to get a new car? Because I actually want to be able to escape something if I need to. Or at least get around a fucking red light ticket. But, point being, the thought I had was this. A Toyota Corolla, it can outrun a Dodge Challenger. A Dodge Challenger and all.
What do you mean, like stock or what? Like, what context are we talking about here?
That's the context is everything.
Wait, what do you mean everything?
The Dodge Challenger.
Because I mean, the Challenger
by all means.
The Challenger comes in a few flavors, dude. Because like you can get one like the.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the flavor. It really doesn't. The most basic Challenger can outrun a Toyota Corolla. It can.
Oh, are you saying it can or can't?
It can.
Okay.
If we're just talking about numbers, the Challenger always wins.
Yeah.
What matters is the drive. What matters is the person that's in the driver's seat and what they're driving for.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much shit that goes into. Yeah, but yeah, I get what you're saying though. The driver, there's also the skill aspect to it. The skill aspect.
There's a skill, and there's also what is driving them. Hence the drive.
Well, yeah, motivation.
I've outrun people in much slower vehicles in beaters because simply I had to. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. I'd probably be dead. I had to.
Yeah, do a little.
And so
tactical auto evasion.
You can say that.
Vehicular tactical evasion. There you
go. LA was a lot of fun.
You had to run away.
I've had to get away a few times. And put it that way.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about like on a straightaway, like a quarter-mile drag kind of thing.
I'm not talking mechanics. I'm talking the person behind the wheel. The person behind the wheel is the one that matters. As I said before, if you're in a race, like just any kind of race, the only number that matters is the average speed at the finish line. The highest number always wins.
But you can kind of say that about a lot of things, though. About a lot of aspects,
No, well, it doesn't matter what kind of car it is. It doesn't matter who's driving. The highest average speed at the finish line is what matters because that determines the person that's in first line.
I'm talking about the motivation part, like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like the motivation.
Well, I guess that goes beyond that too.
There's a lot of that. It's kind of like that saying, it doesn't matter the size of the dog in a fight. It's the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog.
Yeah, exactly. You could have a Challenger. Look, I drive a little Nissan. Trust me, I can find a way to get around. I can find a way to get away from you.
That's why people
chase you down.
That's why people getting chased usually run faster than the people that are chasing them.
Yeah.
Unless you're Usain Bolt, then you're fucked. He's either going to catch you or he's going to run away from you. There's nothing you can do about it.
Keep in mind, he ran on a track. He didn't run in the streets. Just saying.
I'm thinking that the guy is still pretty fucking fast.
He's still fast. I'm not taking that away from him.
I'm thinking he's still faster than like 99% of everybody else on the same terrain. That's my guess.
True. You got to be able to do something once you get to the end of that advantage, though. Think about you. you know, you were in the Marines and all that stuff. Maybe you had to chase somebody down, but it's what you have to do at the end of that kind of matters.
I actually
Once
never
you
had to
chase down
chase
your
anyone down.
product.
I've actually never had to chase anyone down, ever, and I'm happy about that.
Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I'm not a runner. I'm more of a. I was more of a brawler.
Well, you were the heavy guy from what I've heard.
Yeah, I was more of the brawler. I was a guy. I was a guy that knew what to do at the end of the chase.
That makes my point. That makes my point spectacularly. It's what happens at the end of it.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know. It was a thought I had tonight.
Later, Christian.
Figured I'd go ahead and throw that in there. Christian, you have a good night.
Going on.
I'm gonna have a good night in a moment too, anyways. So
yeah, but yeah, they I don't like running. I run when I get shot.
I don't either. I really don't. I can run, but it's nuts.
It's not preferable.
Even for exercise, to be honest with you.
Yeah, me neither, dude. I hate fucking running for exercise.
No, it's. I'm not going to deny that it's not good for exercise. It's good for calories and maybe lose weight and all this stuff.
Yeah,
but it's not.
Like it.
There's better options out there.
That's
you
why
can go cycle. You can. Yeah, you can mountain bike.
When I lived,
you could spar against. I'll tell you this: if you're really into calisthenics, go spar against a goddamn heavyweight bag or something.
Yeah,
fighting is probably the most. That is the most fucking. That is the most taxing exercise you can possibly do. Fighting is the most It is the most taxing exercise you can do.
I used to wrestle in high school. I know, dude. Fucking this shit's.
They're wrestling, right? Well, that's another version of fighting. So it's right up there.
Yeah,
wrestling up there. That requires. I'm thinking just one person doing something against something static, but wrestling up there too. Sparring against somebody else also up there. With cycling, swimming. Oh God, what else?
Well, I used to
push-ups, pull-ups, all that stuff. Go do those. But running, it's good to do. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I'm not gonna say you don't get results from it. I don't want to fuck up my knees.
Yeah.
And I know too many people who have fucked up their knees, whether they're in the armed forces, which I seem to hear a lot of people out of the armed forces, whether Army, Marines, Navy, even the Air Force, as much as you make fun of them, they do all this fucking running after they have never done running before, like when they were in their high school or whatever. And they run with all this gear and shit on them, and it fucks up their knees. It's like, and then they come out and their knees are fucked up. Yeah, I can't see why.
Especially if you're infantry and stuff like that, that weight of the pack, it fucks up.
Right.
It affects your knees, lower back, your hips, and it's just like, especially with the amount of gear now that most of your infantry.
Oh God, what is it up to now? Like 60 pounds, 70 pounds?
Yeah, it's
something like that.
70 pounds, dude. Like they're saying you're not supposed. It's not over like 50 or something. But they're full of shit though.
It's just like the people flying airlines and checking shit in. It's supposed to be under 50 pounds, and guess what? I've tossed around packages that are like 100 pounds. No, same fucking shit.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, I carry around that much every goddamn day just for work.
But I heard a couple, probably a year or two ago, that they were like with the Marines. I don't know if it was with the Army too, but they were looking to find a way to streamline and to take off some of the weight that they have to hump.
Well, you guys are supposed to be having that fucking dragon armor like 10 years ago, and that got tied up.
Yeah, that shit wasn't. It didn't. Yeah, I remember that stuff didn't work out the way. It wasn't the miracle material that everyone thought it was.
Was it actually not affected? Did it actually get shot through, or was it a bureaucratic thing?
It was not as effective as people thought it was.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. Okay. Well, that's a good reason for it to be shot down. Okay. Got it.
But the
I don't want people here in our armed forces getting shot through shit that should be protecting them but isn't. I don't want that. Definitely.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, I mean, it's like if you have you're usually like carrying like 50, 60, 70 pounds on your back. That doesn't even count the your body armor. Your body armor is like another 20 pounds if you're running.
I thought it counted that.
No, they don't.
What?
Like, not whenever I was in there. Like, they don't count the body armor.
You would think. I count that for what I don't carry as much as that. I think what is my carry, about 60 pounds or so?
I mean,
and that's strategically placed because I have.
Wait, you talking about the body armor? It depends on what material you're using for body armor. Because I mean, they got.
Oh no, I'm just thinking about what I carry these days, and part of that is just kind of my own custom shit because I've got like 13 pounds in each on my hands, 14 pounds each foot, about 30 pounds that I'm carrying like this on either my shoulders or waist and all this stuff. But that's all custom shit, you know. That's not things that you guys would carry the way you guys would carry it. And so I'm carrying a lot of weight and I've gotten used to moving with it. It's almost nothing. It really is nothing now, but it's not the same way that you guys would carry it.
Yeah, but you consider like we were carrying like AR 500 plate front and back, plus you had fucking side plates too to fucking carry.
That would cover the vest that I have.
Yeah, so you had like a front
because I'm pretty sure that doesn't weight. I'm pretty sure that weight doesn't weigh more than the 20 or 30 pounds, or whatever the fuck that my vest weighs.
AR 500 plate is pretty fucking heavy, dude. Like,
is it? How much?
I'm trying to look it up right now. I don't know.
Okay.
It's heavy. Like when you consider front plate, back plate, and your side plates, I can.
And the how the weight is distributed. Now these are they're in like little, what is it, half weight things or whatever, half pound silver, half round metal plates. So it's pretty well distributed. That probably has something to deal with it too.
Yeah, it's still fucking heavy though, bro. It doesn't matter how it's distributed. It's still heavy.
Yeah,
and it still slows you down. It's fucking ass, you know. It's ass.
I don't know. It's what I learned to work with over the last year or two.
So the 10 by 12 plates come in at 9 pounds, 11 ounces, and 9 pounds, 10.6 ounces. And the side plates are 4.4 pounds, about 4.5, a little less than 4.5 pounds a piece. So
all right, so we're talking close to 30 pounds.
Yeah, on top of the other.
On top of whatever else you're carrying.
So you're up to about 100 pounds there of gear and everything. Yeah,
damn, that's a lot of weight for a modern soldier, man.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's a lot of weight, and that's why. I think about a year or so ago, I heard there were the military leaders were looking to try to find ways to basically lighten the load of the gear.
When you're carrying another fucking person just to do your job, I would hope you'll fucking do that. Yeah. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's like you said, like you got to carry almost another with your body armor and gear. You're running like another 100 pounds, you know, and that's it's not a lot, but it's not really a lot for a guy. You get used to it, but the thing is like, what was I gonna say? Like, it's kind of heavy, but the main thing is like it slows you the fuck down when you're trying to run, dude. Like, you cannot be. I've always said like it affects your lethality as far as like, especially with the Marines, because we're supposed to be like a light action force that goes around and creates havoc and shit. You can't do that with 100 pounds of gear on your fucking back, man.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly. Let me give an analogy. What I do now, I mean, it's not 100 pounds, and well, I have actually trained with. I was planning to train with an extra 130 pounds, just doing striking training shit, but the whole Rona, for some reason, eliminated every fucking exercise equipment that I could have gotten to do that.
Yeah.
But that's a whole other thing for another time. Anyways, what I run around now with, it's basically the weight that I ended up losing. I used to weigh about 240, 250 pounds. Now, I'm not sure how much I weigh now. I'm somewhere between 180 pounds, 190 pounds, and maybe 200 pounds now because I don't fucking care right now. But that's still quite a bit of weight that I know. Basically, all the weight that I walk around with these days, you know, just in uniform and all this shit, it's the weight that I was working with before. And so I'm already used to that.
Yeah.
And so I can already move tactically with the weight that I have, even the way that is placed. In fact, you kind of have to train with it to do it with the way that I do it. Most people don't have 6.5 pounds of extra weight on the ends of their arms. I'm just saying. Now, somebody who's, you know, just already 180 pounds, 170 pounds or whatever, and they're like 6 feet tall or whatever, just to kind of put my example out there.
Uh-huh.
And then they have to deal with that extra 100 fucking pounds. It's a whole different fucking story.
Yeah. Bro, I mean, I've seen 130, 40-pound dudes fucking hump it pretty good.
But at what cost? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you get used to it, though. You'd be surprised what the human body and testosterone can do for you.
I don't know. I just
especially if you're being shot at, because then you just get
if you're being shot at, it's a whole different fucking story.
And then you just
you'll move fucking anything.
You turn a Superman.
Or if, like Rob says, you know, like there's some poots hanging in this, then you'll move anything.
Yeah.
Or probably both.
Yeah.
And then God knows who knows what'll happen. I'm just looking at the long-term effects here. I mean, I look at the people who come out of the Army, the Marines, or whatever, and it's like my own father. He did a stint, and he was like in the Army for 16 years or something.
Jesus.
He stayed in Germany. He was in Afghanistan. He did quite a few other things, and he did a lot of these things, and he's had to have both knees replaced.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's walking on prosthetics.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. So I look at that as like, what happens afterwards? Yeah,
fairly common, especially for like infantry guys, man. You know,
he was infantry for the longest time, and I think he ended up getting medic training. And the last part of his armed forces thing, I think he was in the Coast Guard, and he was a medic. I think this is what he told me.
Yeah.
So he even knows more about putting the human body back together than the average infantry person in the Army does, which apparently, from what I've heard, they can pretty much do that. And I don't know about the infantry and the Marines, but I will take a wild fucking guess to say they could do it too if the Army can do it.
Well, yeah, the training is pretty uniform throughout the branches. It's not like one. Okay. It's not like one branch gets more training than the other. They both. The training is fairly uniform for everybody. Yeah, those field medics, man. Those mini docs, they're pretty useful.
I'll bet.
Those are the guys inside of a bar fight you don't want to get that you want to protect. It's like,
you don't want them. You don't want them to get a fatal stab in the lung.
Well, I mean, if they're inside your platoon, those are the guys that get shuffled out of the bar before while the fight gets underway.
Because they're the ones that's going to patch you up later.
Well, I mean, right? If they get their hand. Well, here's the thing, though. It's like if they get in a fight and you get in a bare knuckle fight, they're gonna fuck their hands up. They can't. That's their work. You know what I'm saying? That's how they do their work.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem.
If they can't do their work if they got swollen, busted knuckles and shit, man. which is pretty common if you ever get in a fucking street fight. You know,
That's me how I know.
that's like
No,
I mean,
you're 100% right.
Anyone that's ever been a bare knuckle fight or street fight knows there's no winners to that, because even if you win, you're not winning. It's like no, because like you're gonna wake up the next day and your hands are gonna be swollen and your shit's gonna hurt, and it's gonna be like that for a few days.
I'll tell you this though, I mean, just because I went to that specific type of training, it does depend on how you punch.
Yeah,
if you know how to punch, it does mitigate that to a point. Now,
but people,
if you're punching through a whole bunch of people, that's a whole different thing.
Like people have,
because you're gonna take that punch, and it depends on where you're punched too.
Yeah, people tend to have hard heads. You know,
well, if you're punching people in the head, that's a different story.
Well, I mean, yeah,
you don't want to do that.
You know, yeah, I understand, but like shit happens. I mean, the human skull is one of the thickest bony parts of the whole body.
It is, yeah. Aside from the femur, I think that's the thickest bone in the body. Yeah, because it's protecting the brain.
No, it's actually the heel bone.
Heel bone?
Yeah, your heel bone is actually the thickest.
Really?
Yeah. It's the densest. Like if you've never heard of anyone breaking their heel bone, have you? You didn't even know there was a heel bone, did you?
I don't know. I've heard of people. I've heard of people like twisting their heels and all this stuff.
That's their ankle.
I'm sure that I mean, I'm thinking that'd be what the hell you call it? It's like a ligament or something else.
No, there's
that's muscular.
There's a fucking heel bone in your foot, dude. Google that shit, and it's hard as hell. Like it's hard to break it.
Yeah. There's a heel bone. Yeah, you use that. You use that in heel strikes, actually.
Yeah.
Muay Thai is famous for it. I think we taught it as well. You do actually use that.
Yeah,
I don't know about that being as dense though.
You can use because I mean that's what you use to strike.
It's a major striking point.
Well, that's what you use to strike when you do some sweeps and stuff like that.
Yeah, that is the thing you use for sweeps, actually.
Sweeps, and if you do Achilles heel or Achilles tendon strikes, yeah, that's what you use. Stomp on the Achilles tendon.
Yeah, that's a striking point.
Yeah, because you hit them in that Achilles tendon.
Shit.
Like you're not gonna break it, but it hurts like hell.
I didn't know it was that dense. I thought the disc bone was actually the femur.
No, I mean it's femur is one of the biggest bones. I think it's the biggest bone in your body, but it's not the thickest. I think your heel bone is the thickest part. It's like the thickest bone in your body.
Huh? No kidding.
Yeah. The very top of the skull or the cranium. Very top of the cranium is
the part you hit with.
No, I mean like the very topity of it. It's one of the thickest.
Yeah, the crown.
Yeah, the crown.
No, it's called the crown.
Yeah, and it's really thick too. But yeah, sometimes you hit motherfuckers in the face, man. You're gonna.
If you're punching somebody there, then you're probably doing something wrong. But that's another discussion entirely.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Sometimes
you don't want to hit somebody in the face unless you know what the fuck you're doing. Most people that are hitting people in the face, they're doing it because, I mean, that's the easy target. That's the one that people see in the fucking.
It's one of the hardest.
Hang on, hear me out. I'm saying this for a reason. They think it's the easiest target. Let me put it that way. Yeah. Because they see what's in the movies and all that stuff. You can punch each other in the face. You bleed from the face. If you get a bleed in the face, and it's gonna bleed a little bit more than it would from a normal place. Like you hitting someone in the mouth or something. But you got a lot of tough bones up there, so you're a lot more likely to fuck your knuckles up, especially if you don't know how to form a punch.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to form your fucking arms and the rest of your body behind a damn punch.
Yeah, absolutely.
And by the way, there's a lot better targets that you can hit than just that.
Yeah.
Not saying don't hit him in the face.
Body shots are better.
But just be smarter than it.
Yeah, body shots are better, but the thing about the face though is like there's a better chance. There's a better chance of opening up, cutting their eye or something like that. And if you get them bleeding in their eye, it's over. Or
That's
if you
a smarter way to do it.
hit him
But
in the
there's a
nose,
smart. But
either
even
hit him
that
in the
takes
nose-
skill.
Yeah,
Even that takes skill
I know.
because you're hitting around the corner. You're hitting around
Sure.
that crown of the eye. You know,
Sure.
you have to be pretty skilled to do that.
But you don't need. Well, it depends. Typically, you don't need to hit someone that hard in the nose. You don't have to crush their fucking nose and their skull. You can just, fucking the nose is fairly sensitive, and if you can just hit them good enough in the nose just to make them tear up, because that's like an automatic response to getting hit in the nose. Or if you can open up, if you can cut them open above their eye or something where they can bleed in their eye, that's pretty. That's the main reason you want to hit somebody in the face, because you don't want to try to hit them in the jaw, because it's hard. Number one is that anyone who has a modicum of skill in fighting is going to tuck their chin and protect their jawline. So that's a hard target.
Nope. So
yeah, unless they're just an idiot and they have no idea to do that. But yeah, more often than not, they're going to protect their jaw. So it's even harder to try to hit that spot. But you can still try
or
to hit
they're a boxer or an MMA fighter, and they have like their hands at the same fucking level that their hands are.
Yeah, absolutely. But
hell, I'll throw this in there. Real quick. Best way you want to deal with that it'll be what we call glancing blows. It's not a direct blow.
Yeah.
So you're not at risk of destroying your hands or anything like that, but
yeah,
it does kind of the same damage, but
the whole thing
it bounces off basically.
With most street fights, it's not to beat the other dude to living shit. It's just to hurt him enough to take the piss out of him, to take the fight out of him. That's how most street fights end up. Like the guys just either they fucking tire out, or they just one of them.
It depends on the street fight. Yeah, I mean, if it's two guys, like let's say it's me and you, and we have some bad beef or something, and we want to get things out because we're guys, and then guess what? We're probably gonna have beers later. That's probably how that will work out. If it's somebody's on somebody else's turf and they don't like it, and the other guy's fucking bitchy about or whatever, that's gonna turn a whole fucking different. Or some other fucking scenario, like somebody found, someone sleeping with someone else's girl, and they somehow end up meeting on the street. Yeah, that gets totally fucking different.
Most fights I've seen, it's just even with that example, most fights I've seen, it ends up either both the guys get gassed, they get gassed out, or they just pain is a fucking wonderful motivator. And they just get tired of punching each other, or one guy. Very rarely do you ever see like a true knockout, in a fight. Like boom, he's out. You see it sometimes, and it's like seeing.
I've watched it happen.
Yeah, I have too. But most often, like those kind of shots, they're like 1 in a million shots. It's not because of skill; it's just because they got a lucky shot.
No, you're right about that. The one I'm thinking about right now happened in high school. That was totally because of the guy didn't know what the fuck he was doing. He just got a lucky shot in.
Yeah, lucky shot in. I mean, even guys with but most guys, even guys that are well trained in hand-to-hand combat and stuff, they just get gassed out, man. Because fighting is fucking, it's hard. It's the
most intense exercise you can ever do.
It's one of the most intense cardio you can ever do, and
exactly.
You do that, plus you're getting hit, and that hurts too. So that's going to take.
Yeah, and you're getting hit. Yeah, and you're getting hit.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like most fights I've seen, even in the military, like it just takes the piss out of you. It's really just the guy, the first one guy to get the piss taken out of him, and just like stop, like I'm done. Stop hitting me.
I'll give you a good story here, and then I guess we can end this on this because I need to shower and eat something. I'm sure you got shit to do.
Yeah, I got razor stuff to do.
Bull Rush has got razor shit to do, and go check him out at LazarusRazors.com. I still remember the fight that I had. It was before I was in Morningside High School. Go look it up. Some track champion that I tried to get a picture of, and I wasn't allowed to because reasons. Her name was literally Flo Hyman. I'm not kidding.
Oh, really?
Look it up. Flo without the W, Hyman. I think she was a track star or something that came from the school. Morningside High School in Inglewood, California. I was there for my junior year. It was in the back where we had the ROTC school, or the ROTC classroom. And I don't remember exactly what started this, but me and my buddy Juan, we were buddies afterwards. For a long time afterwards, you know. He got me out of situations. I got him out of situations. That's how these things tend to happen. But we end up fighting. I'm only like a year or two in martial arts or whatever, so I know just enough to be dangerous to myself, or at least a little bit more than that. He also kind of had the same background, so we're sparring back and forth. We're punching each other. Goes on for about longer than normally would, about 2 or 3 minutes. Usually this is over faster than that. And so we're just trading back and forth. We got a big crowd around us. Just watch us kind of surrounded. We're going at it. And I still remember the one time that the part where he hits me in the eye. You know, and like you say, it was for me that kind of ended the fight. I was like, dude, what the fuck?
What
the hell you hit me in the eye for? And then he looks at me and with his lower lip, like just slowly fucking growing as I'm looking at it. It's like, because you hit me in the mouth, you asshole. And that was the whole fight.
There you go.
You know, and it was crazy. It was like, afterwards, like, he was a lot more amicable towards me. I was a lot more amicable. It was like, we were just cool as fuck. We gave each other a right to work. You know, we were there for each other and all that stuff. We were the best. I still wish I was in contact with this guy to this day. It's unfortunately, he has such a common name. I can't find him anymore. Last I checked, you know, he was with this girl and he wanted to get married and have kids because that's what not Mexicans. He was Guatemalan. That's what Guatemalans and other South Americans people want to do. I'd love to see that guy again today. He's one of the best. He was awesome. You know. Hell, but that's how we had shit going on beforehand. Again, I don't remember exactly what it was before. I mean, it was probably just piddly little high school bullshit. But that's how we handled it. We handled it as men. Hell, that fight ended in a draw. And that wasn't even the only fight we had. We had other fights. Like one of them was in LAX, in the baggage handle the airport because of reasons. We just ended up fighting there just for fucking fun. Also ended in a draw because I don't know. Again, I'm considered a nice one from my school.
The nice
I'm
one?
well, yeah.
You're the nice guy?
I'm the nice guy out of my school.
Oh.
I'm also one of the only 7 or 8 people that actually got a fucking black belt out of the school out of 5,000 plus people. The other people are meaner than me, is what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm just that person. I'm not trying to hurt anybody.
They should change the belt to, did it just get dark in here belt?
You know what? I need to get back in contact my instructor because I just realized I lost my old number. And that's the only way you had to get a hold of me. I actually need to call him. Now that you mention that. He should recognize me because I was vacant by the time I left LA, so he should recognize me. But yeah, I was like, no, that's just what I was like. If I got no reason to hurt you, I ain't hurting you. Now, the other guys there, they might do it. They probably wouldn't, especially if they're just teaching or whatever, but you don't know. I wouldn't. I'd go out of my way not to. It's got me in trouble more than once. Just put it that way.
Well, that's why people, the old saying goes like, an armed society is a polite society. It's not because it's not because people are afraid of getting shot or anything, or anything like that. I guess some part of it is, but mainly it's because people that carry on a regular basis, they try to not get into trouble. Like they go out of their way not to get in trouble and de-escalate situations. Because if legally speaking, if you're in a situation, you're not trying to de-escalate it, and you're carrying a gun, man. It's like you're gonna be looked at first with the most scrutiny. It's like, why didn't you try to de-escalate?
It comes with a lot more consequences.
Yeah, it's like it's like why didn't you try to avoid the situation? Why didn't you try to de-escalate the situation? That's the kind of questions they're going to be asked.
Well, now Joe is taking this and putting it in this book, and he got it from Rob, and then I don't know if anybody knows this. I don't care if Rob is taking credit for this or Joe's taking credit for this, because it's just a good idea. Maybe it's just a nice guy. I'm the one that came up with it. Don't be their jitsu, along with the subsets of what the hell is it?
Well,
shut your trap, doe, and deny engagement, coon, doe.
Yeah, I've heard similar for a long time.
Or as Chess Rockwell said, avoid food. There's that too.
Yeah,
but
that's
I've been saying it was like, don't fucking deal with it if you don't have to.
That's that's fairly common, especially like if you ever take a concealed carry weapon class. Use of force kind of thing, or if you're in any kind of use of force class, civilian use of force, it's like number one is try to avoid the situation. Like, don't be the. I don't know if
it's your last resort. Yeah. I mean, you said it before, Joe said it before, and I've certainly said it before. You know what? The use of a gun is the last fucking resort, or your use of violence is the last resort.
That might be yours. That you might have coined that, but the overall
term itself, that's what I count. But but the concept is not old.
Yeah, the
concept is not old.
Concept's been around for a while, but don't be their jitsu. I think the term itself, you coined, that's pretty good. I haven't heard that.
I'll let Joe and Rob have that. That's fine. It's all good, man. I don't need to take credit for it. I just wanted to be a good term. That's all.
Your generosity knows.
Let them have it. It's all good. Well, what the fuck am I gonna? How the hell am I gonna monetize that? Because you can't sell "Don't Be Their Jitsu" because
you put on a shirt. I don't know.
Okay, mate. All right, don't give me ideas.
You can put on like a lingerie line for women. It's like, don't be their jitsu.
That's the wrong fucking idea, but okay, I see where your mind is.
You sell you can sell pepper spray with it, with the logo. Don't be their jitsu. You have a whole line of self-defense.
No, you give them a sticker, like after you pepper spray them or shoot them or whatever, you just put a sticker on them.
No,
like, next time, don't be their jitsu.
I'd have it on a can of bear mace. Just have a big can of bear mace.
Oh God, don't talk about bear mace with the wrong people. Ask me how I know. Do not fucking do that. I got into a fucking conversation with the people of Dark Like Duga's fucking chat. He talks about having, what was it, hot sauce or whatever. That's his version of pepper spray.
What?
And I talk about the bear mace that I carry every day. And if you talk to some of the people there, like, it's apparently the equivalent of human eye candy. It's like, it just accepts that, because, okay, I get the things, like, bears have senses that humans don't. Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
Do you want to be hit in the face with bear mace?
No.
I'm just saying.
And like most
calm the fuck down. And by the way, this shit shoots out to like 30, 35 fucking feet. I don't know if pepper spray shoot that fucking far, but I'm glad to use that as goddamn crowd control if I need be. And by the way, the frontiersman that I fucking carry, I've seen it used in action. I've seen it used. It's on fucking public in Twitter. I've seen it fucking used.
I mean, if you're
nobody's happy to have that sprayed in their fucking face, and frankly, that's all I need. I'm not using it to actually take somebody down. I'm using it to get out of a situation, and that's all it's fucking for.
It really doesn't matter. Like pepper spray, civilian pepper spray has got like all that is. it's capsaicin. It's capsaicin,
and there's a limit to that too. What is it like 2? You could only have 2%, and then maybe some other shit added to it. That's at the fucking max.
Yeah, because you can't. Because the thing with capsaicin, if you get too high of a level, it actually starts. You can actually burn somebody.
Right.
And like bear mace, it's still an irritant. You know, it's still gonna fuck with you some. I mean, but yeah, it's like you said. It's basically like might as well carry a smoke. I'd carry a smoke bomb, just pop that bitch, just like Batman shit, throw it on the ground, pop it, and just run away.
God damn it! You know what? That's gonna be my next fucking thing that I'm gonna figure out how to everyday carry. I need to carry some fucking smoke bombs. Actually,
yeah, yeah,
I'm not kidding. I'm actually gonna start looking.
Yeah, I mean, it's like all that stuff. They're irritants, and they're made so that they're defensive tools to use, so you can get the hell out of the situation. You know. I
may have done 2 or 3 shows like, okay, what's better to carry? And thanks again, TJ Martinell, for bringing this up. You might get arrested for showing your AR-15 or your pistol or whatever. Who's going to arrest you over bear mace?
I don't know. Either that, just carry fucking lump of sand inside your pocket. You know, that can be just fucking. It's only going to work one time. I mean, but it's going to just pull out. It
only needs to work one time.
Pull out, yeah, that's all you need it for. Just pull a handful out of your pocket and throw it in their eyes and just get the fuck away from them. That'll work. I mean,
we just need to go to the beach, but you know what? Hey, we're coming up with summer here anyway, so I got enough reasons to go to the beach. I'll grab some sand. Hey, I'm just using some filter water. I'll just say that. Why are you? Hey, Bacon, why are you grabbing so much sand? I'm using the filter water.
Just raid the pool.
Is it rainwater? That's illegal. No, just water out of the fence or whatever.
Find like all you have to do is just raid someone with an above ground pool and find their filter and just take the top off and grab the sand out of it.
There you go. There's that too.
Off. You should run. Run off with. Stole my sand.
You stole my sand.
All green and shit and like brown.
Talk about words to regret ever saying on your grave. It's like,
yeah.
What do you regret ever saying? He stole my sand.
You stole my sand. out of my pool filter.
Out of my pool.
Imagine getting shot over that. Jesus
Christ. Did you have beachfront property? No, I live inland. It was my pool.
My pool.
He stole it out my filter. I locally sourced this sand, man, and he stole
my wife, and he stole the sand out of my filter. And he took a dump at my top of my commode.
Oh, gee, damn.
In the top.
Talk about a signature if there ever was one.
Yeah.
How did you know the sand thief stole your sand? He took a shit on my stuff here.
He took a shit in the top tank of my toilet.
How's this for a filter?
Stole my wife and stole my sand out of my filter.
What'd you do afterwards? Sit in my pool.
Sat in the pool.
There was a top layer that showed up on the top of my on my water, but I just ignored it.
I tested my water again for pH level.
Oh my god.
That's terrible. Sorry, bastard.
Worst supervillain ever.
Yeah, still no shit, right?
Why he's still the sand? I don't know.
It's like the most.
In case he ended up in a riot, he needed to use it.
It's the most awkward.
It was for altruistic reasons, but he's still the worst villain ever.
The most awkward Jerry Springer moment in history.
Did you still sand out of this man's filter and replaced it with your own human feces? I've got the lie detector results right here.
That's Maury Povich, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wait, didn't Jerry do that too? He did the same thing.
He might have. I don't know.
I remember those days when I was sick from from school. He did the same thing.
Yeah,
he just had other shit going on too.
Yeah.
No, Maury's more. He's famous for that, but Jerry did the same thing.
I think Maury's famous for the. He's also famous for the paternity test.
Yeah. No, that's what Maury's known for, but
You're not
Jerry did the same thing.
Yeah, I think
it was just a little bit more outlandish the way that it happened there.
Yeah, I think
there's more fights on stage and all this shit. That's where Jerry Wilkos got his name. He was like the main bodyguard, and he got his own show and all this stuff, and all that happened.
Yeah, I saw that episode with Red Sings the Blues. They were dogging on that one episode. I'm like, I was in
Steve Wilkos.
I think it was Steve Wilkos. They were dogging on. I'm like, dude, put in a channel. You know this shit's like fake, right? it's WWE. It's like wrestling kind of stuff, man.
It's kayfabe. That's what it is.
Kayfabe, manufactured
or kayfabe. Yeah, sorry.
Manufactured
yeah, and that's something I had to kind of. One thing, just as far as Red goes, again, good guy. Guys, he does good work. He's still plugged somewhat into black culture, so you're going to see some of the BLM stuff at least come up at least a little bit.
The last episode,
not as far as that, not as mainstream, but he'll still pull from that at least a little bit.
The last episode I watched when he was talking about like 401ks and stuff, I was like, dude, y'all are like, I get what they were saying, but it's like that's
I remember that. I was in that chat.
Yeah, because I was in there something like, dude, don't do 401ks, dude. Stop. That shit is peasant. That's old order thinking, dude. Because and I think his co-host was talking about now. That's why this is the disconnect. I was like, because his co-host said that he doesn't trust banks. I'm like, you don't trust a bank, but yet you'll put money in a 401k. Who do you think is running that goddamn 401k, dude?
Yeah, JP Morgan Chase.
Yeah.
Bank of America.
You don't put your money in a bank account, but yet you trust them to put for your savings, your life savings. I'm like, dude, you can't trust any of them. Like,
I'll be honest, it took me a minute to actually make that connection. And I know this shit.
Yeah, because
I was kind of wondering. Where you're coming from, and then took me a minute. I was like, well, shit, he's right.
Yeah, and they're like,
who's running this shit?
Yeah. That's why I was trying. That's like
now again. I mean, it depends on it depends on what you invest in and all this other stuff. And anybody who does this shit kind of figures it out. I get it, but no, you're 100% right about that.
Yeah, but 401ks and IRAs mostly they're kind of like a hands-off kind of thing, And the thing about it is, you talk to anyone that had a 401k that was close to retirement back in 2008. I mean, they had to work another 10 years to recoup the money they lost. So
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I mean, people that were close to retirement back then, they had a large portion of the 401k.
Hey, you're close to retirement? Do you want to work another 10 years? Well, sorry, you got to anyways, even though you planned on not doing that.
Yeah, no shit.
Congratulations.
I don't know if he remembers that, but I do. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know. Like, I don't think that's sound advice to be telling, especially young guys nowadays, to invest in.
Well, compared to what they're getting now, I understand that. From what you're saying, you're right.
But it's just a risk investment,
But that gets to my other point about red, dark red, or whatever.
There's other things.
Red's young. Red's young. Red's 25, 26 or whatever. He's around. He's the same age as a Red Crusader, bright red.
Yeah.
And it's not to hold that. That's not
dark red. I love it.
I don't know. Y'all came up with that, not me.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we?
Okay.
Bright red and dark red.
Yep, they were on the same. They actually were on. They were on a stream here at some point. Yeah. I think it was doing like a Random Monday show or something, and both of them were on the same chat.
No, it was Masculine Geek, dude. It was on Masculine Geek.
No, it was on this channel.
Oh, okay.
They were also on Masculine Geek's channel a few months ago. I think it was at the end of the year or something, or the beginning. I'm not sure. I think I was working during that, so I couldn't join. I think Nick August was on that as well. But look, it's not that you can't be smart and be well read about things and have the right opinions and the right knowledge and stuff when you're at a young age. I had all that. And guess what? I fucked up too.
Yeah. Well, because the other thing
Red's,
too, like
Red's the same way.
He was talking
Hang on
about,
a second.
Okay.
Hang on a second. Red's is going to be the same way. He's going to hit a lot on the same points because he's aiming in the right direction. It doesn't mean he's always going to hit the right target. He's 25, 26 or so.
Oh, okay.
No,
he's a little bit older than that.
No, he's not. He's got his own things, but I'm not going to talk about that. I'll let him talk about it. But he's not right on everything. He's not going to be right on everything. Hell, I'm in my early 30s. I'm not going to be right on everything.
We know that.
No shit. Hell, I got no problem saying that, though. Hey, and even to his credit, he's going to say the same thing. He's not right on everything. Good for him. But it doesn't dispute that fact. He's not right on everything.
Well, he's got the
so he's going to fuck up.
The overall theme though of saving your money and investing it, I like that part, just not the methodology. So
where you're putting it.
Yeah. But yeah,
I totally get that.
Overall theme and advice of saving your money and investing wisely, I get behind that. Just his methodology though is kind of outdated.
Well, no. Let me give him a little bit of salvation here because he does have a good. I don't know about this person specifically. I'd have to look him up. So take this with a grain of salt. But he's had a guest on that actually does deal within crypto and all this stuff, and he's beginning into that.
Yeah,
he's had a guy on that deals with that specifically, much like who the fuck is it that has it on? Or Nick August has had on, who is it? Was it Mike from Cultivate Crypto or whatever?
Charlie from Cultivate Crypto, yeah.
Yeah, Charlie, sorry.
Like at this point, I would just either cryptocurrency as an investment or real estate, because real estate doesn't lose really its value or anything. 401ks and IRAs, those kind of accounts can be wiped the fuck out, dude. Like you can't do anything about it.
Or they could be confiscated by the government.
Yes. That's the thing.
That's what I see happening at some point.
2008 rolled around, whenever that shit happened with the housing market crash and shit like that, and people were getting 401ks wiped out and shit. I was just like, dude, that for me, that was the end of me putting money into any sort of like conventional savings accounts, like retirement accounts.
Well, I mean, I can definitely see where you're coming from, because at the end of the day, you talk about 401ks, you talk about IRAs, whichever flavor you want. That's all tied into the tax system. If it's tied into the tax system, that means the government knows about it. And the government is inevitably tied to it. That means that if things go awry and maybe they need to, appropriate anything,
it's tied
then that makes it a target.
The 401ks and stuff are mainly tied into the stock market. And if you got a bunch of idiots that are playing games in the stock market, it's going to create a bunch of volatility, and that's like the stuff right there. It just proves that the people that are in charge, supposed to be the stewards of that area, are fucking up. Now, and to me,
that was the other thing I was remembering. The only way you would actually get a return is if you're investing in the right stocks, and if you're going to do that.
But that's the thing.
The way that I would recommend will be to invest in mutual funds that they can actually beat the market, or at least match, the SP 500, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, though, it's just that.
And that comes with its own headache.
That shit back in 2008 affected everything adversely. I mean, it wiped everything out. And the thing is, like, 401ks are
ask me how I know.
401ks.
I was eating cans of beans during that time.
Yeah, like 401ks, people largely just put money. They don't see the money. It just takes the money out of their check, goes put and straight puts it inside the 401k. Most people don't have you don't have the control over 401k that you think you do. It's just like.
By the way, 401ks they come with a lot more. They come with a lot more fees and other shit that if you just roll over to an IRA, which Bullrush is not recommending, but just for the sake of argument, if you did that, it comes with less overhead. Just saying
that or some method or some tool of investment that you have a lot of control over. So for example, like you could pull out of. See, like with 401ks, you can't pull that shit out, dude. Like that's money that's handled by an investment hedge fund. It's handled by a guy, or a couple guys or a group of guys.
Hopefully, someone you could trust, but that's beyond the point.
But they have no fiduciary. The thing is, they have no fiduciary accountability for it. It's like if they lose the money, it's like fuck, they lose the money.
Right.
You didn't see any hedge fund managers or anything like that go to jail over that shit back in 2008, did you? No. Everyone got
you're right.
All the major auto companies and stuff got bailed out. But how many people who had their 401ks or their life savings wiped out get bailed out by the government? Fucking
or
zero.
had their houses taken.
Yeah, fucking zero. Well, the people that had their houses taken. That's a different topic, but I'm talking about the people that had investments in 401ks, IRAs, and shit, and
understood.
They got wiped out, and they didn't get any bailout from the government. Shit, they had to make it up. They had to either take it up the ass or work another decade to recoup what they lost. So, and I'm just of the mind that it's like. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That's why I don't put money in a 401k or IRA or anything like that, unless I've got main control over it or something. That's why I like cryptocurrency too. I know it's volatile, but at least
at least the IRS for now can't just look into your cryptocurrency account and see what's the current amount that's in there or what you're putting in there or what you're taking out. Like they're trying to do with the fucking banking accounts, like what they're doing right now.
Well, if you work
and now it's a post I was supposed to make on Twitter a while, but nobody follows me on Twitter, so it doesn't matter anyways. I just tried to put it in Joe Dolio's hands, but I thought he was going to retweet it. Apparently, he didn't.
Well, if
I was hoping he would.
If you trade through Coinbase or something like that, they know what you have. The federal.
My point stands though.
But
that's the kind of shit that we're looking at down the fucking down the barrel.
Come down the road. But the thing with cryptocurrency is the lack of gatekeepers. It's still very much the Wild West, but you can still the aspect is personal control and accountability. Like it's your crypto account, it's your wallet, and you can pull, if you're paying attention. I mean, you can do whatever you want. Like if shit starts getting crazy, you can pull your money out, and
well, it depends on what form if you're going to pull it out.
Oh yeah, but there's ways of protecting it from a catastrophic loss, though. I mean, there's a lot of responsibility attached to that because it's your account and you're responsible for it. But then again, I think that's a good thing because you don't have anyone to to blame but yourself. And I'd rather be able to I'd rather assume that responsibility and that risk than hand it over to some fucking hedge fund bank managers. Fuck those guys.
You mean you aren't just going to trust into the FDIC? They're going to insure you up to what was it, $250,000, whatever the hell that's going to be worth in the next 10 days.
It's like
it seems these days.
It's the same logic. It's the same logic as leaving your kids at daycare all day. That's the same logic as leaving your kids at daycare. It's like no one is going to care more about your kids than you, right? So
well, you would hope so.
No one else.
Point taken.
No one else is going to care more about your money in your retirement than you. So that's one. It's not like it comes out of their pocket if they lose your money. That's what I'm saying. That's why after that, dude, I was just like, man, I'm not fucking investing in any of that shit. Fuck that. And
I'm not saying you're wrong for that. I mean, I don't blame you. I mean, I don't have any investments in an IRA or a 401k or anything like that either. I've looked into it and seen whether it's worth it or not. Even with the tax benefits, just some of the messes that I found outside of it is like, well, this is a much better return. Even if I get taxed on this, you know, okay, I found a bond is like 5%, just put your money here. And by the way, you can take it out anytime if you need to do it.
yeah,
You don't have to keep it there.
yeah.
But
like
you know, you make 5% on it a year. And even if you get if you make enough on that to get taxed, it's 1% on whatever it is you need to get taxed on. So even at most, it's even at the most that you're getting taxed on, depending on how the laws goes going forward. Now you're making 4%. That's way more than you're making in a goddamn savings account. I'll tell you that. That's way more than you're making in a mutual account.
Yeah.
The best I can hear, the best I've heard was a Vanguard. I think they had one that was like a little bit over 2% that slightly beat inflation before inflation took a huge fucking raise because I don't know, a million fucking stimulus payments later.
Yeah. They're devaluing the currency. But the thing, that's the other thing. Too, like, that's the other thing too. Like in that same episode, Red was talking, earlier in that episode, Red was talking about. He was talking about how people in the red pill space, guys in the red pill space, weren't talking about this stuff. It's like, well, yeah, they are. I mean, you got one in the chat right now, fucking telling you what. It's dumb, but
you got a few, but everybody else wants to talk about the girls, and you know, and the ones that don't want to talk about the girls, they want to talk about the other red pill people in the chat and how they're bad and they're frauds and shit and all this other stuff.
I want to tell Red, I'm like, look, dude, there are guys in the manosphere and shit like that in red pill that do talk about this stuff. You just got to look for them. Like they're not gonna. They're usually not.
I've tried to tell them. You know, I've tried to tell them.
It's like you got to look for them sometimes. You know, it's not. They're not going to fall in your fucking lap, man. Like, I'll give you good examples, like Chesty. You know, Chesty's a good.
He'd be a good person to have on Wrestling's the Blues. That'd be awesome.
Chesty's a good guy. I'd love to see
that.
He knows a lot of shit.
I met him in person, by the way. He was at the Salt Lake meetup.
Yeah, he's a smart guy in a lot of different areas, and just general.
He's a big dude too.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting that.
Is he tall or something?
He's a little bit shorter than I am, but still tall. But yeah, he's a big dude.
Oh, okay. But yeah, he's still. I mean, like he's a really good resource and stuff too. You just got to know approach him. You can't be a fucking retard around him. But there's guys he's a good example. There, you know, you got Ryan. But there's guys out there, but they're low key. That's the thing. They're not trying to sell anything. Most of the time, they're fucking out there.
Well, they're selling things. They're just not totally overt about it. And they're not building their identities on it, really.
Yeah. Well,
I guess that'd be the one way to
out there
put it.
selling anything. I know Chess is because he's not out there selling anything.
He's not selling anything at all, if I remember correctly. He's just a personality.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like that's like back to what Red was saying. I'm just like, dude, the guys are out there. You just got to go look for them, and you have to weed through the loud ones to get to them.
Again, look, Red's young, and he's dealing with mostly the black culture people. If you look at who he interviews now, he's interviewed.
Yeah, I think that's what he was.
He's interviewed Rob. He's interviewed Chris Von Erich, and who the hell has he interviewed that I know of?
Me yet? Oh, fuck his ass.
He should, but
I don't know.
Hey, look. Well, he should. But look at who he normally interviews. Look at who normally does video breakdowns on. It's people that are in black culture. That's where he still kind of lives. It's not that he can't get out of that, but that's where he lives.
Yeah.
So I understand where he's coming from. So he still kind of, it's not that he can't look at it, but he still sort of has that blinder as far as that goes. That's why he's not seeing what you're saying. He's not seeing Chesty. He's not seeing Rian. He's not seeing, some of the things you're saying. He's seeing some of the things that I'm saying, but he's not totally comprehending them, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, he's got a blind spot.
And he's young, so he's not going to, at least for a while. Now, he's a smart guy. You know, he's a very smart guy.
I'm confident he'll figure it out in the end.
And then that's what I'm saying. Eventually, he'll figure it out. There's been some questionable things that, you know, he's one of the people that went and actually got the jab. He actually had to cancel a show because of side effects that he dealt with it. Now, he seems to have. I don't care
if they get it. I don't care if people get their shot. Get the shot. My mom got the shot, but she's in a high risk population.
Hang on, let me finish. Let me finish. Let him do it. I'm not saying he shouldn't have done it. I'm just saying that he had to cancel a show because of some of the side effects.
Yeah.
Now, me and you know about what that may or may not entail, depending on which sources that you and I may or may not know.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. People,
I wouldn't. Like, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't, but let them do it. Let them do it.
I don't care if they wear masks. I don't care if they get a shot or just do what you want. Just leave me the fuck alone. That's all I want.
No, I totally get it. But as far as he's in that camp, and let him do it, as you said. Let him do it.
That's like that father and that daughter.
But you got to apply that to some of the other things that he may do. He might go along with some of the other narratives that other people might go along with.
I'm not. Look, I'm not going to make those kind of.
And so understand that he may go along with other things that other people may go along with.
He might, but
whether that's with mainstream, or whether that's black culture or anything.
Yeah,
you have to kind of expect that he'll get out of that eventually.
But see, the thing
he'll figure it out eventually. But until then,
because I think that's kind of unfair. I think that's kind of unfair because I think that's it's a projection, or it's kind of like a. How can I explain it? That's.
You know what? No, you're right. It is a projection, and you know what? I hope it's one I'm wrong about. I hope it's one I'm wrong about.
I think it's unfair.
I've just seen it happen.
Yeah,
with him and other people.
I know what you're talking about, but I think at an individual level, I think it's unfair to basically make other assumptions based off of the actions of something completely different. You know, like he got that. He got a vaccine. Like he could have had a legit reason, like medical reason, to get that vaccination. I don't know.
As far as I can tell, he did not. But
I don't know.
So I don't know.
I'm not going to make that those kind of.
I can't say I know that for sure.
I think it's unfair to do so. And
no, I'm basing that off of other things that I've seen him do, kind of beyond, maybe not exactly beyond behind the curtains, but other things that I've seen him do from what I've seen. I'm just basing my opinion off of that. Yeah, and basing it off of what I know from him, from what I've grown up with, and all this other stuff.
A lot of
that's just sort of banging off.
A lot of that stuff can be chalked
and I'm not saying I'm 100% right. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
In fact, I hope I'm wrong.
The other thing too is like a lot of that stuff can also be chalked up to just naivete of youth and just basically.
I think that's part of it.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's amoral.
I think that's a small part of it, but I think it's a part of it nonetheless.
It can also be how he's raised, like nurture over nature kind of thing, which is also not a bad thing either. It is what it is.
Now that I don't know too much about, so that would be an X factor in this.
Yeah, it's a possibility. You know, there's a lot.
Now the way that he talks, he does not talk like he was raised by us. He doesn't talk. He was raised by like your standard black single mom that says all men bad because reasons.
I don't know.
And treat women like they should be worshipped and all that shit. He's definitely not that.
My thing, well, the overall thing is like I think, like with Red, he's it's like you said, he's young and he's got good intentions and his heart's in the right place too. But that's what I look at overall. Like is
I think his head is too.
Yeah, his head's in the right place. He's trying to help other guys out, and the overall theme of that, I can get behind somebody like I can support the guy. I mean, he's a good guy. He's not an asshole. He's not a piece of shit, and he's legit trying to help dudes out. It's good for him, man. Shit. I'll support him.
We don't have enough people like that. I mean, that's why I support him too. Yeah. He's not without faults, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
and I think that
not, dude. Well, I'm not, but like most.
What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, look, he's got his faults. We may clash at things, but he's going to grow from where he is. That's
yeah. I hope
he's got room to grow.
I hope he doesn't get jaded like me.
And he knows that I don't need to make him aware of that. I could send him a whole transcript of what the hell we just said now, but he wouldn't need it. He knows he needs to grow there.
Yeah, he's probably got it. He probably knows.
He's self-aware.
Because that's what I was going to say. If he's that, because he's fairly introspective and self-aware, I'm pretty sure he understands that. That's good.
He's even taken some things that I've told him before. Jesus Christ, no one ever takes anything I say seriously. But even he's done it. Yeah. Hey, don't worry, I don't either.
As you should.
But he's listened to some of the things that was like, look, I'm just trying to help.
Yeah.
Sometimes he actually does listen, and no, the dude will get things done. He'll be fine.
Like I said,
it's just I worry about some of the things that he says because he actually, he's over the 4-digit mark. He's got the monetization, all this stuff, and he gets people to tune in. Sometimes as many people as tune into this channel, believe it or not.
I'm more worried about him getting jaded, just burning out from trying to do that stuff,
Well, he does a lot more work than we do.
I don't want him to get like me. Like, I don't want him to be like. I don't want him to get like me, where he just doesn't give a fuck about other people that much. He'd rather just watch him burn just to laugh at it.
You notice his workload has decreased over the last couple of weeks, right?
His what?
He used to do shows like 5-6 days a week. Now he's down on like 3 or 4.
Yeah,
I don't know if you noticed that or not, but I noticed it because it's around my schedule.
Well, yeah, I don't have like 12 goddamn shows of his inside on my YouTube timeline every day because I follow him. So every time he posts a video, like up until a couple weeks ago, there was like 7 or 8 fucking video posts a day. I'm like, Jesus. Why don't you just match it
not
all
only does he do the live stuff, but he'll do like posts like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and this is a pattern that he's described to me before. Is like, and that's what podcasters need to do on YouTube to, I guess, make it, get more followers and likes and engagement and all this other shit.
I prefer like if he just like take like those 3-4 minute things and just push them together because that's why I like to. That's why I like to watch.
Get it all at once. No, I agree with that, but I mean that's a discussion for another time.
Yeah, it's just kind of
I get it. Yeah, I think the thing he does just a slight defense in that he's dealing with the crowd that doesn't have the attention span to deal with 18 minutes.
That's what I'm thinking too. I think that's what I'm saying. Like there's a method. I think there's a method to his madness, and
he took the time to describe that to me. That's why I'm saying that.
Yeah, that makes sense too because he's probably trying to reach a younger crowd that has goldfish spans of attention.
Exactly,
and not a lot of time. So yeah, I can see that. That's perfectly fine.
We're talking to the TikTok nation of people, which I don't have TikTok, so all I have is what I see on Instagram, which is I see a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah,
I think the most you could do is a minute. You got to make your point in a minute. And then we got Snapchat, and that's a whole fucking different thing entirely.
Like, I don't expect him to change his production process because of me. Because I'm not that important.
Well, look, it works for him. So let him do what he does.
Yeah.
It works for him. So I'm not going to tell him what to do.
I like the reason that's the reason I like watching because he's a little bit younger, and so he's he's dealing with he's at an age where he's different. He's dealing with a little bit different crowd, so that's why I like watching because he's got a little bit different perspective on things.
Same
Maybe,
here.
A different perspective.
Hell, I can't believe I'm saying it, but I'm not getting any younger. Same as you. I mean, you said as much. So I'm gonna have to look at this.
40, though. I'm almost 40, and he's like 25. So there's almost a full generation gap between me and him. You're like
I ain't that far behind you.
How old are you?
I'm in my mid-30s.
Mid-30s. You're 35? 34?
33, 34, something like that.
It's not mid-30s, you fucking putz. You're in your early 30s.
Close enough, damn it.
You're in the early 30s. But y'all
Point big. Look, time only goes in one direction. And look, even if we wait 7, 8 years or whatever, dude, I'm going to be the same goddamn position that you're in.
It depends on what kind of drugs you use, because
all I do is drink, asshole.
You're not doing the right drugs if you think fucking time can go only one direction.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You to LSD. LSD.
You know what?
LSD has entered the chat.
You know what? Don't give me any ideas, man.
We don't need bacon on LSD, dude.
No, especially on camera. I'm pretty sure at least that I would need. I don't need a handler on most things, but I'm pretty sure on LSD I will need somebody around, like, just to make sure I don't go off the fucking rails.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna need a battle buddy.
And even then, it's like that had to be somebody like from my old class, or like you, or Joe Dolio, or somebody else that has like some battle experience. Is like
it's gonna have to be someone you have to like you trust.
That's gonna be a bad fucking. So if things go wrong,
otherwise you're gonna freak out, dude.
If things go wrong, it's like shit is gonna get real fucking bad real quickly. And I'm gonna wake up with no pants and a shirt on.
You do that anyway.
Nah, usually if that happens, if I wake up disrobed, I'm usually just totally naked and there's a naked chick next to me. Or I'm just naked. These things happen. Just saying. But nah. If I'm doing something like that, I want some. I'm gonna be like Sub Houston. I want some adult supervision.
No, I wouldn't. Shit, I don't want to go with her.
No, I'm just saying I'm like her. Like I would want adult supervision. Adult supervision.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
That's fine. That's fair.
It'd be the worst case. Hey, the best case scenario would be like, I'm drunk and I'm like typing into Uber Eats or DoorDash or Grubhub or something like, what do you want to eat? And I just type in meat. Like that'd be the best case scenario, just like her.
Like her, yeah.
I don't know if you remember that fucking tweet that she had like a year ago, but I'm never gonna forget it.
It works better for her though. It works better for her.
Yeah, it does work better for her.
You do that, you send something like that, you're gonna get some homo sus points.
On your
man card.
Yeah. Exactly why I would need help. It's like, hey, would you mind revising this request before I send it off to Grubhub or whatever the hell it is?
I mean, if it's me, I'm just gonna take your phone away because you're not gonna need that.
No, probably would. In fact, it's probably a better thing that I don't have a fucking phone on me at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I take that's the first thing I do is take the phone away from you. Like you're not gonna need that. You're just gonna. I'm just gonna. Take
How about
phone.
You sit here with some coloring? You sit here with some paper and some coloring pencils and all this.
I wouldn't even do that because you'd probably end up trying to eat a pencil. I just sit down.
Nah, the pencils I wouldn't eat. Now crayons, that'd be a different discussion. This is why I didn't say crayons.
I'd sit you down
colored pencils, I'd probably be okay.
I'd sit you down with a bottle of water, big bottle of water. Maybe some stuffed animals. Just something fuzzy.
Tempest asked a very very valid question here as we're closing out here.
What
And we're talking about me, and we're talking about what. As I hear some sort of I hear some sort of what do you call it?
I don't know. We're just figuring out like what bacon would be like on LSD.
You don't want to know. Why am I hearing an echo?
Why are you hearing an echo? That's in your head.
You changed something? I'm not on LSD, so it's not that. I'm just drunk. And that I can manage pretty well.
For now.
Yeah, it gave me about 15 minutes. It was gin that I was drinking, so I might get gin mad in a moment. Who knows? I mean, there's Matt, and then there's gin mad. I'm just saying.
I stay away from the gin, dude. I can't stand it.
Thank A-Dub for getting me into it. It's her fucking fault.
Well, find her and punch her in the titty then.
No, she's going to take a shot of each one of these that I have fucking up here next. You know, whenever I actually get her to come up here. She's taking a shot at each one of these her goddamn self. I'm saving them for her.
Yeah, Tempest, they do, but you want to stay away from metallics, dude. Trust me. Ask me, I know.
Are there toxic crayons? Are they made of like lead or something? What the hell?
I don't know. I know like the crayons are non-toxic nowadays, but
you know, I've only ever ate one crayon actually.
I've never eaten crayons.
I've eaten one. I'll be honest.
Despite the hype.
You want to know why?
Why?
Was a bet. Hey,
I'll say. Was it a bet?
I'll give you. I think it was $1 or $5. I can't remember which, but I think it was like it was a periwinkle crown or something like that.
That's embarrassing.
Hey, you eat this crown, I'll give you $1. It was $5. I can't remember which one.
Was this like a couple weeks ago or?
No, this was back. This was at the same. This is in the same JROTC lot that me and Juan fought in. It was kind of a hangout of ours. It was during lunch, and I was hungry. I didn't have enough money to buy anything, and that dollar actually would have gotten me something to eat. So before he even said anything, I didn't ask him anything. I just grabbed the crown and just fucking ate it.
That's pretty desperate, man.
Hey, man.
Like, I would have just given you what kind of friends you got, dude? I would have just given you the $1 or $5 and just like, go grab something to eat.
Shit was hard back then, man. What can I say?
But then again, like, if you ate the crown, why would you?
I got my $1.
Yeah, but why'd you be hungry anymore?
Well, wax, it ain't exactly that nutritionally fulfilling. I'll just say that. It also didn't kill me. So there's also that too.
I guess.
But hey, I can actually say I actually ate a fucking crayon.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that out loud though too much.
I don't care. The fuck is anybody to say to me? Hey, you ate a crayon, and the problem is
you
at least I got at least I got something out of it. I wasn't like some retard eating crayons. I did it for a reason.
The problem is you weren't under the age of 5. That's the problem.
Yeah, I was in my teens when I did it. Okay, fine.
That's so much worse. That's so much worse.
You know what? I'm fine with admitting that I ate a fucking crayon. Okay?
Okay.
Hey, the paper sleeve and all. Yes, it was Crayola. I remember that.
You remember what color?
Periwinkle.
Periwinkle? What the fuck?
That probably makes it even worse.
That does make it even worse.
I don't remember if I don't remember if it was periwinkle, but it was in that kind of color range. It was like bluish orange, bluish purplish, something like that.
Yeah, you should.
I just remember periwinkle.
You should probably just cut the stream now and just stop talking.
I should have cut the stream an hour ago. Yeah, here we are. Running out of fucking StreamYard data.
There you go. Oh,
Hey, I'll tell you what, though. You know what? What the fuck are you going to hold against me? Hey, you ate crowns. Well, yeah, I know. Because you heard that because I told you. That means I know you know it.
You want to know?
And so why would I care? Yeah, you know what? I sent for some chicks at one point.
Hey,
you want to know why? Because I told you.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, challenge accepted.
Hey, I've had I've had hot Russian eggs, and I've had what's your other name? Fucking like I found them.
Well,
they were trying to cheat on me because they had Tinder and other apps on their dating.
What I'm saying,
you want to know why? Because I fucking told you. You know what? How the hell are you gonna hold anything fucking against me? Because anything you know about me is because I told you.
Challenge accepted, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Right?
Challenge accepted.
Go right ahead and hold that shit against me because I'm gonna sit right fucking here and laugh. And I'm supposed to be ashamed at what again?
I'm gonna fucking burn you down, dude. You have no idea.
You go right the fuck ahead.
Like, how hard can you fuck with me? I just gave you different. Man, that's pretty bad.
Hey, you're drunk because you fell asleep halfway through your fucking stream and then you crash into your damn microphone and all shit. Yeah, I know because I watched the replay. And guess what? I'm the one that drank that much and had it happen anyways. And the problem is, you realize some people actually tune in just to watch that fucking train wreck?
Yeah. But that's the thing is, though, you kind of want, that's not the type of
no, it's not what I'm trying to do all the time, but you know what? I can accept the reality for what it is. Hey, do you know you have technical issues all the time? And sometimes you can't upload shit, and then sometimes you get caught on camera or you get caught on audio where you're stomping your studio into fucking oblivion and the neighbors get pissed off and all this shit. And then someone catches on camera and decides to play it for people in Salt Lake City like Nick Schulander. Did you know that? Did you know that fucking happens? Why, yes, I do, because I have to fucking live with it. Guess what I have to hear? And guess who fucking embraces it with open fucking arms? Guess what? Because you know what that means? That means you're fucking listening. That means you're fucking engaged. And you know what? You know what the opposite of love is? It isn't hate. What is it, Bull Rush?
I think it's indifference or apathy.
It's indifference and it's apathy. If you're engaging, you like what you're looking at. Why you're looking at it doesn't matter. All that matters is that you're looking at it.
That's true.
Now, whether you want to hate me for what I'm doing and you want to look for things to make fun of, that's fine. Okay, whatever. Whatever gets your rocks off. I'm not here to judge. If you want to masturbate to problems, and I did a whole episode on that, trust me, you want to know how painful it was to fucking look for a cover image for that? I don't know if you saw that. What was it? 15-minute philosophy, masturbating to problems. Yeah. I had to actively look for guys that were masturbating. I had to look for images.
There's like...
And then I had to pick one and then fucking edit it so like it was kind of blurred out from the parts that you would expect to be blurred out. I had to actually do that fucking work.
You could have just found like a... There's pretty easy. You just found like do a Google search for like a cartoon monkey jerking off. There's like 1,000 of them.
You know what? Actually, that
you had to go for like the literal dude.
No, I had to go there. Yeah. I had to fucking go there. I had to make it actually fucking stick. I mean, the monkey thing, you're right. That probably would have gotten the point across, but no. I had to go that extra fucking step. I wanted to make it painfully fucking clear what these people were doing. Okay, all you're doing is watching this channel, or you're watching this website, or you're watching this Instagram profile for shit that can go wrong, so you can go masturbate and things to go wrong. I wanted to be painfully obvious what the fuck you were doing. And yes, I actually had to look at several fucking dicks that I did not want to fucking look at in order to get the image that I needed and then edit it. Who the fuck is messaging me now? Never mind. Anyways.
Probably the general manager from the Blue Oyster.
Should be streaming or telling me that, hey, you got a show to do tomorrow. Do you want to reserve some of your fucking hours for that? Anyways.
Like the month just started, dude, and you're already out.
Right? No, you got me well stood up, man. Like, that's a subject that needs to be talked about. Like, you fuckers, all you do is tune in for fucking problems. So I wanted to call you out exactly, and I want the perfect fucking image for that. And my eyes had to suffer to deal with that. Do I want to look at erect penises that other guys are jerking themselves off to?
I think
of course not.
I think a part of you did, because you could have got your point across with a lot less eye rape involved.
No, I wanted eye rape. That was the problem. But in order to do that, I had to suffer too. And you know what? Since I had to suffer, anyone else who had to fucking click on that, who I fucking tagged to it, they had to suffer too. And they didn't even have to suffer in nearly the way that I had to. Because I had to source that material, then fucking edit it down so I could put it on fucking Instagram and on my own damn website.
I'm seeing a theme of closeted masochism, like, inside your life.
I'm willing to suffer if it gets results. What can I say?
That's a masochist, bro. That's a masochist.
Maybe. I guess. I'm just willing to do what it takes.
Again.
But hey, you know what? It worked. I got my fucking point across. Yeah. Guess how much criticism I've gotten since then from the normal sources. That shit fucking lunch? Ceased immediately.
You also got your lunch money, so you could eat. You ate that thing. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying like a.
All right, well, there's that too. Well, that was a totally different matter. I was like, you know what? Fuck it, just do it. That was a totally different matter. No, the whole other thing was something. That was a whole crusade that was going to happen anyway. That other thing, it was the cramp thing. That was kind of spur of the moment, you know. So
that's what I'm saying. I was like, people that are willing to suffer for something greater than themselves. That's like the basic definition of masochism. Masochist.
I thought that was the definition of being a man, but okay.
No, it's not. It's
or at least part of it.
No, it's not. It's a masochist.
It's
like
that's fine.
Like a subby. Most subs are masochists. Most doms are sadists. Most of them. Not all. Hashtag not all.
All right.
How deep does the rabbit hole go?
I don't know. I just work with what I can work with.
Bacon
I usually don't work with the definitions because
bacon's fucking down low masochist. It's okay. I don't judge.
And you're saying it's more of a woman trait, but you know, so that's
masochist. Okay. It depends, man. Like
it's trans. Okay, that's even worse. That's even worse.
I'm not talking about that. That's the thing though. Like I didn't even think of that. Like how did that pop into your brain?
I thought that's what you said.
No, dude. I said it's not necessarily totally.
Okay.
Like a female trait is to be a masochist. There's male masochists out there too. You know. And there's some that's got some. Then there's some that's got some sadist traits and masochist traits combined, but at different levels. Different degrees. It's true. I'm trying to think of an example. I can't think of an example right now, but there's plenty of examples out there. Oh, like a switch. A switch can be masochist or sadist.
Well, it depends. Are you cutting your own switch for someone to beat you with? That's That's the thing over in black culture. I think that's in Southern culture as
That's
a whole. I
Southern
don't think
culture,
that. Yeah,
That's Southern culture.
that transcends race.
That
Actually,
transcends race. Yeah, like watermelon and fucking fried chicken. Like,
yeah, trust me. Black and white people both love watermelon and fried chicken,
yeah,
man. Let me
like,
tell
I'll
you.
fucking fight you over some fried chicken and watermelon. I don't give a fuck who you are. Like I get kind of like, that's one of the few things I get. I take I get like kind of pissed
There's
off.
only
I
there's
take
only
offense.
one.
I take
There's only
offense
one
to that.
bucket of fried chicken.
I take offense. That's one of the few things I take offense to whenever I get left out of the whole chicken and fucking watermelon stereotype. I'm like, bro, you serious?
Dude, you know, I feel the same way, man. You know what I got sitting in the fridge right now? Well, I got more watermelon because I was only going to cut a quarter of it for this.
Grape soda? Like watermelon grape soda?
No, it's not grape soda. I don't drink soda, so it's out.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
the rest of this, you know what that ended up leaving behind?
What? Watermelon?
Not only watermelon, but watermelon that was steeped in gin for a fucking week.
Oh, damn.
Now, how do you think that fucking tastes?
Tastes like watermelon and gin. Gin or fucking watermelon flavored gin. It might be better. I don't know.
Watermelon infused in gin. It goes both ways, my friend.
It can.
Ask the
like
jalapenos. Ask the jalapenos that were steeped in tequila for a week. How they know? I got 5 pounds of them sitting in the fucking thing right here.
That's
and a few behind me.
That's an abuse of tequila, and I reported you to the NAACP for tequila.
Jesus Christ. That's the wrong department. You need the Mexican one. NAACP. They tend to focus on the African people. Hated it.
Yeah,
Hang on.
Yeah, I actually.
There you go. It just got dark. It just got dark in here.
I reported you to LULAC. You'll be getting a knock on.
Dude, seriously, if you try these fucking jalapenos that are soaked in tequila, man, they're something else.
You'll be getting a knock on your door from La Raza.
Put those on tacos, man. I'm telling you.
I actually don't like jalapenos. I don't like the way they taste.
Really?
Yeah, it's not the spiciness of them. I just don't like the way they taste.
Oh, okay.
Like I like habaneros and stuff are fine, but the jalapenos.
Oh fuck! I got rid of the habanero stuff. Yeah. I did a habanero infusion. I think it was strawberry kiwi and it was habanero and something else. Or no, it was mango habanero. With the hint and something else.
Really?
And that shit was hot as fuck.
Yeah, I'll bet.
But yeah, I had the habaneros. I think I got rid of them, unfortunately. Sorry.
Oh, come on.
Oh well.
Fucking degenerate.
But no, some things from infusions, I think it's good keeping around. Jalapenos, I think it was. I guess I thought the habaneros was a little bit too much, so I didn't keep it around.
Mm-hmm. You got to work up to those.
I still have the bottle. I still like the tequila that came out of it. It was pretty good. It's still really hot. You got to take that pretty sparingly, but it's good. The mango for that was a very good pairing. I enjoyed it a lot.
Nice.
Hell, even this gin has surprised me, actually. I've been sipping on it off and on since we've been on here. And, just a gin by itself, I mean, it's Cinco's gin. It's nothing great. And for infusions and stuff, maybe, I don't know, just my take on it. You want to work on something that's decent, but you don't work on anything that's, like, really great. Like, you don't want to work on something, if you're doing an infusion with bourbon, I use Evan Williams, which is decent, but you don't want to work with like Larceny or Whistle Pig or What's another good one? Whatever. You don't want to work with the good shit as far as that because it has its own flavor. You don't want to fuck with that. You want to work with something that's good enough that it has whatever flavor you need, but you want to impart your own flavor on it when you're infusing it in. And so Seagram's is actually good enough, believe it or not.
I like imparting my infusion on girls, so
you and me both.
I got to get going though. I got shit to do.
Yeah, I'm out here too. I gotta eat. I was just gonna say, is like first shot I had of this gin was like Jesus Christ, and now I'm taking like this is like whatever the fuck I did mellowed it way the hell out.
Yeah,
and it's way easier drinking now. Hell, okay. You know what? I'm actually not regretting this as much as I thought I would. Thank you, A-Dub. Actually gave me a good fucking good idea for once. She comes up here to make a a bad decision that's going to ruin her for her current boyfriend. Then okay, sure, she's got something to take home for it. Got more gin than I felt like drinking at any one time, at least. All right. You get back to what you're doing. I'm going to get the hell out of here. You want to say anything else?
Keep your edges sharp and your penis clean.
I can't disagree with that.
That's all I got.
Fair enough. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow if I have any goddamn hours left. Until next time, stay dangerous, keep it tactical, and above all else, be chaos, my friends.